This action from the MCG, 1988, the qualifying final, the first quarter, Collingwood and Carlton before a huge crowd. The over 80,000 here at the moment. Big punch away by Manson starting in the ruck, knocked it down to Cloak. And umpire John Russo will bounce it, only about 10 metres wide of the circle, or down from.
Spirited start by Manson, number 30 in the ruck for Collingwood.
Madden gets first ping at it this time. Off the ground, Bradley. Guys found a free kick. Going to be taken by Madden, it looks like. Justin Madden at centre half back. Favours the member stand side. Not by very much, certainly. Another free kick on the shoulder. Might go to Robertson. Where is it going to Kernahan?
Too high, Pete.
Too high is the ruling from the umpire. Kernahan takes it. Looks for Sartori. Has to punch the ball down. Picked up by Meldrum. Got some room there, Meldrum. Tried to find Dorotic. Great steal, Morwood. Relays it out to Brown. Inside defensive 50. To centre wing. Well, Manson the flyer and is paid the juggle. Dacos. Shocking kick. Nullified the good work of Manson. Johnston's kick for Carlton. Lands right on 50. Morwood comes out a little bit late. Chance for Carlton. The ball taken by Blackwell from Bradley. Real pressure stuff out there at the moment, close to the boundary line. Blackwell will see it over, as does Brown. It will be thrown in.
Terrific smother there by Manson. Great effort by the big ruckman. There he is on screen. Madden, or uncontested, gets it down to Nailey. Dacos. Cop one in the back, over to Tony Shaw. A quick kick out of the pack. Here's Reece Jones. He's got it, getting the hoots of the Collingwood supporters. Here's Dunlop, who started on the ground. He's playing on Cloak, I would think, at the moment. A long kick. Kernahan against Christian. Taken away beautifully by Morwood. That's two good pieces of play by Morwood to Dacos. Dacos, the brilliant Dacos, coming away from defence. Look at that beautiful delivery, the Starcevic. Now he's on centre wing. Johnson on the mark. Long kick by Craig Starcevic. Silvani up in front. Taylor cleverly over the back. In went Hannah. Desperate play as the handball comes out to Reece Jones. To Elvin, playing game number 100. A lovely little pass. Finds a Blackwell on centre wing. Blackwell towards half forward. Kernahan and Christian. Kernahan over the back. But a good mark in front to Jamie Turner.
Game starting at a furious pace. 22 and a quarter minutes left in the quarter. No scorers yet. Turner from right half back flank. Looks for distance with the kick. Big pack of players. It's knocked away by Dunlop. Glascott, the receiver at midfield. Out wide. Oh, Sartori almost got one in the back there. Dorotic butters up well. Gets well caught by Morwood. Ball spills loose. Chance for Gaper. Sartori into his back. Did he drop it? Holding the ball, says the umpire. A Carlton free kick.
Correct decision by the umpire, and it's interesting to see Bradley and also Meldrum up on the forward line for Carlton. We see here on replay a terrific tackle by the big fellow, Sartori.
Who goes for a pass, looking for Kernahan. That's in the back, surely. Steve Kernahan, great finals player. I guess one of the reasons for that, Peter, would be the grounds are a little bit firmer, suiting his marking.
Well, he's a very talented player, great mark. I didn't know whether that was such good play to go short, but I think at this stage it should be kicking long to the goal square.
But it turned out it
came off.
Yeah, because he got the free kick.
But I would be tempted to have Kernahan down in the goal square, Pete.
Well, they've got some height on the forward line, haven't they, with Dorotic, Sartori and Kernahan. Should get the distance. He's done that, but the accuracy as well astray. It's out of bounds on the fall and a Collingwood free kick. And I dare say about 50,000 voices voiced their approval. As such, Jamie Turner will take the kick from the left back pocket.
I think it's a pro-Collingwood crowd, judging by when the players came out in the ground, Pete.
Well, you played for both clubs, so we're expecting some impartiality from the former number 6. Hannah punches it down. Chance from McGuire. Barwick on centre wing, and he's got plenty of room to move.
There's the kick from Barwick towards half forward. This is Robertson, the former South Australian. He's gone very, very wide looking for Barwick. Hannah's there against him now. The bounce. It doesn't favour either player, and eventually it's forced to the line. But there's a lot of pressure out there, Don.
That was a shocking kick there by Robertson. He went out more or less where the ball had come from. Should have brought it back across his body and gone for goalwood.
Yes, dead right. As we see Madden, cleverly down to Johnston, a quick kick out of the pack. It's all Collingwood though. And the mark has been taken by Mullane, who's been in great form. He's halfway between wing and half forward. The lead is on by Banks. Over the back. This is Aiken. Oh, almost caught. Very slow to get rid of it, but eventually gets in the hand pass. Tommy Alvin, a long kick up towards half forward. Dorotic running with a flight. Oh, beautiful play, Meldrum. He's got it. Straight in front, he shoots. A very, very poor kick from 25 metres. Should never have missed from there.
Well, Paul Meldrum has played most of his career, or I should say this year, on the back line, has been switched up there to give them just a little bit more on the ground. You can see the advantage of having a small fellow scooping those crumbs. Meldrum read it really well, and unlucky not to kick truly.
Kerrison to the outer side. Mullane has it knocked away from him. And the umpire says play on. Quantities to Dacos. Over the Meyer emblem at midfield. Cloak, who's playing at half forward, got a high one from Rhys Jones. In the practice wicket area, Peter Dacos did well to get a boot to ball. Under pretty difficult conditions, that might be in the back. No, says the umpire. Rhys Jones got one too high. The advantage paid. Aitken has to play on. Glascott claimed well by Barwick. McGuan again. Well shepherded. Hurried kick. Space at half forward. Silvani. Under plenty of pressure. Did well to get it to Alvin. Away from Brown. Midfield. Up to half forward. Plenty of mistakes at the moment. Bradley leaves it for Sartori. Good tackle, Gaither, but the umpire in the meantime has paid a free kick. He'll be going to Collingwood. Tony Shaw. Dacos in everything so far. It's good news for Collingwood. Not so good for Carlton. Loose ball, Alvin. Into the member stand wing. It'll be a throw-in adjacent to the interchange area. 18.5 minutes to go. Still no score.
Well, it's quite noticeable. Carlton, a different side to last week. A lot more at stake, naturally.
Good play then by Blackwell to put the pressure on. Here's Nailey. Well done by Madden. A beautiful tap. There's the kick. Kernahan in front. Can't take the mark. Satori's got it. Swings onto the left foot. He steadies. He fires. And he's goal.
What a really good build-up by Carlton. A hit out from Madden across to Nailey. Then Nailey actually put the ball out to the centre-half forward position. It was terrific play, and allowing Kernahan to run onto it. Also Satori to run on from the full forward position. Satori, quite a remarkable player in the way that he can turn quickly, either both left or right. And a good left foot kick for goal, and it's the first of the game.
First goal coming up to Carlton. Kicked by Satori. Robertson. Rhys Jones. Through some heavy traffic to Johnston at midfield. Runs into trouble. Is almost caught with the ball on the shoulder, says the umpire. Free kick going Mullane's way. Johnson thought it was his. Shocking kick by Mullane. Doesn't need explanation. Rhys Jones to Glasgow. That kick wasn't great either. The desired result won't be there. Morwood looks for the pass to Turner. Not a good kick by the Collingwood fullback. Certainly put his teammates under pressure. It's finally picked up by Brown. Relays it to Christian, who nearly runs into the umpire. Mullane still inside 50. Nailey chipping in beautifully. Collingwood defence under pressure. Nailey, a pass, Dorotic on his own. Carlton's forward line work at the moment looking good.
They look very desperate, Don. Carlton.
Interesting thing too, I noticed Collingwood early in there, halfway through the year, did the same thing. They go short on the back line when they're under real pressure and do surrender the ball as they did on that occasion. 45 out. There's John Dorotic for Carlton's second goal. It won't be a goal. It won't even be a score. It's out of bounds and on the full. It'll be a free kick to be taken by Shane Kerrison. The Carlton bench looks on. And Kerrison at the right back pocket to get Collingwood out of danger. Carlton doing most of the attack.
Simon Madden, Justin Madden I should say, gets it down to Nailey, who's looking dangerous. A beautiful handball pass to Johnston. Over the back of Satori. In fact, he chipped in front at the finish. Almost a free kick. Play on, said the umpire. Now umpire John Russell will come in and bounce it. Clever play that by Satori. He was behind and then he shot himself in front. There's the Premier of Victoria, John Kane, watching on. You could see Satori get himself in front. Right in front of the Carlton goal. They're looking quite good, Satori, doing the ruck work. Kerrison's in after it. Still 20 metres out from the Carlton goal. Clever play by Darren Mullane. Bradley's there also, and Mullane taps it to the line. Throw in to take place 35 metres around for the behind post. Carlton forward zone. Big job for Bradley today. He's been tagged the last few times against Collingwood and hasn't had great matches. Tony Shaw gets it out to Mullane. Mullane off the side of the boot. Was it out in the full? It was. And it will be a free kick out there. Carlton putting a lot of pressure on Collingwood at the moment. This man doing well so far, David Rhys-Jones, towards half forward. Almost a mark to the Blues. Taken away by Kerrison. Hand passes out to Mullane. Is that a free kick in the back? It was. It'll be half back to Darren Mullane.
Temperature, a little bit afraid. Short pass, McGuan. Collingwood defence working overtime, but the toughest defence in the league to crack Bradley. Tony Shaw. His tag. Naily put the body in. Hannah. A real high ball, that one. Dorotich should get there first. Here's danger if he can get moved the ball. He can. That's a great snapshot for a goal.
It was almost in slow motion. The way that John Dorotich went onto that, I thought, well, he's going to have this smothered, but he is down there and he realises the situation and summed it up pretty well. But on screen, it looked like he didn't have much time. The high ball from Hannah, and this is obviously what is Carlton trying to do because they have big fellows up there, and then the smaller fellows run past. But Morwood coming in just a little late on the scene, but good play by the big fellow. A surprise move in last year's grand final, but he has acquitted himself well in the forward pocket.
So 13 points the difference. 14 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Well, Collingwood will have to do something shortly. Some brilliance like that of Dacos. He's gone wide to Starcevic. Rhys-Jones is picking him up. Starcevic backwards to Dacos. He's in everything at the moment. Dacos, 65 metres out. Went for the long boomer. Silvani in front. Punched away by Taylor. It's grabbed by Dunlop. Graham Wright was there. The loose ball comes to Elvin. They're doing well in defence, Carlton. Very, very well. That's Kennedy. Bring it towards centre wing. Fraser Murphy in front. Punched away to Madden. Oh, they're dangerous. They look dangerous. Meldrum. Back it comes. Naily over the top. Oh, here's danger. Fraser Murphy on the left foot. The wobbly kick. Satori races for it. Oh, loose ball. A chance for another one. Dorotich loses it. Meldrum, a quick kick. It's a goal.
Well, they're playing spirited football, Carlton. It's not luck when things go your way. You've got to make the luck in football, and it's an indication of the way they're going about their football. They want the ball a little bit more than what the Carlton opposition do. Not a good kick here by Fraser Murphy. It's not his natural foot, the left one. Satori caught behind here. A number of mistakes, good tackling, and then Meldrum's quickly onto it. And Carlton's third goal.
They had three players going for that. Weight of numbers got them the goal. Carlton leads by 19 points. Early in the first quarter, Dacos, the only Magpie really firing at the moment. Up to full forward, Taylor had to beat a couple. Overrunning it is Starcevic, taps it back for Banks, can't do much with it. Boundary line is too close. Throw-in will be about 35 metres around from the scoring area.
Carlton are far more desperate at the moment, Pete.
Certainly shown on the scoreboard, isn't it? Madden and Cloak. Now to Glascott. Starcevic. Might be Collingwood's first score. Taylor, good use of the body, almost took the mark against Silvani. Plays on, looks for a hand pass, no backup support. Banks ultimately has to run to the boundary line. They won't call it a centering kick, but Dacos has marked on an angle about 25 metres out.
I wonder if it was intentional. It'd be interesting to see it on replay because he realised he couldn't kick it.
Should be Collingwood's first score. He's got it. It's a goal.
Strong play down there by Brian Taylor. It was a bad hit out by Madden just a little earlier. When you're in that defending zone as a ruckman, you've got to hit back towards the boundary. Madden more or less brought the ball back over his head and allowed Collingwood to keep the ball in that forward line. Now, great strength by Taylor. He breaks that tackle. Now, Banks here, I believe... give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he might have been looking.
I don't think it was deliberate.
Put it down as a good pass. On the scoreboard it was.
Well, Collingwood needed that goal. They're 2 goals, 1 behind because Carlton were on top. Rhys Jones is livening things up on that half-back line. And he's in good form. He's on Starcevic. Hasn't had a great year, David Rhys Jones, but he's a great finals player.
Won the Norm Smith medal last year. Put Dermot Brewitt out of business.
Well, he's got a bit of nastiness in his game, and I think all good footballers probably have to have that.
Important in finals.
You'd know that, Don. As we see Madden against Manson. Manson, the big thump to Cloak. Well, there's Rhys Jones, trapped that beautifully from half-back. A quick kick out of the defence. Oh, the bounce will favour Meldrum. He's caught. Back it comes. Kernahan. Kernahan from half-forward, trying to hook it back. He'll look for Satori and Dorotic. Dorotic is there. Fraser Murphy also. There's Dorotic again. Tries to get his boot. The ball is still in after it. Kerrison hotly pressing him. Fraser Murphy's got it. A quick kick. It could be another one. Which way did it bounce? I think it's right. It's a goal.
Well, Carlton's strength is their forward line. They've got the big fellows and Dorotic battling there with a number of Carlton players after that goal. See there, number 6, John Dorotic, Jamie Turner, 24, Shane Kerrison, 44 for Collingwood. But the way they do combine, and it was good to see Dorotic follow up there after having the ball initially smothered. Then Fraser Murphy, they pounce on it very, very quickly, the smaller fellows of Carlton. They read the game well played, up the ground about a half a kick behind, come in with the flight of the ball, and then when it does hit the ground, they're there to be counted. Rhys Jones and Craig Starcevic, centre-half forward, centre-half back respectively. And Rhys trying to upset Craig.
11.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Carlton's 4th goal, kicked by Fraser Murphy. Blackwell has his kick smothered. Dacos grabs seemingly when not in possession. Umpire says he'll get the free kick. Easily Collingwood's best player at the moment. And then he'll have to go back shortly. Nice try if he can get it.
He's a great player, Dacos.
He's easily been their best so far, hasn't he? Hasn't had too many firing. Graham Wright takes the mark. One of the candidates for the recruit of the year. A great little player, Madden. Well, Taylor had to beat 2 of them down there. The other one was, of course, Silvani. It's a play on call. Surely it is. Taylor. Banks. Just about caught. Oh, he's got to beat 3 of them. Holding the ball.
The beauty about that, the Carlton players, 3 of them are laid that tackle, so they're a real intense side at the moment, Carlton.
Rhys Jones takes the free kick. Gets it out to Kennedy. Manson making sure he doesn't run off. In fact, it was a play on call again. Silvani will do just that. To centre wing. Dunlop in front of Cloak. Lays it off to Johnston on centre wing. Former Carlton captain. High ball to the 50-metre line. Kernahan got 2 hands to it. Murphy robes it well. Can he make it 2 goals on his wrong foot? Satori leads out and marks. Have the Collingwood set in already?
Don't be unkind there, Pete, but they are playing magnificent. They're playing magnificent football. There's Fraser Murphy.
I just posed the question, Peter. Just posed the question.
Well, it's a bit of innuendo there, and they are playing magnificent football, Carlton, at the moment. Their commitment is 100%. Satori has looked good at full forward. There's a kick from right in front. He's put it through for another one.
Satori second.
Satori second, and again, the big man and the combination of the little crummers combining. A terrific effort by the captain, Stephen Kernahan. As that ball came down, Collingwood have made a change. David Cloak coming off and Paul Tuddenham coming on. But Kernahan used his strength to keep Christian away as Fraser Murphy came in and got the ball across to Satori. So Collingwood going for a little bit more speed on their forward line, with Tuddenham coming on, Cloak off.
Well, there's David Cloak. He's had a very short first quarter. There's Johnson out of the centre. They're doing well. Dorotic. In the back. He's got a cop. They're on fire, Carlton, at the moment. Collingwood really will have to do something. Carlton are playing with great confidence. There's the kick. Kernahan at the back. Yes! A big mark. He had his name written all over that.
You don't see him do too many of those or take many of those marks. He did one in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago. He's usually in front, but you could see him get up high then, the knee into the back of Christian, and a good ride
Well, they've got a side. They're all firing at the moment. Their back line's doing well. They're getting it out of the centre, and their forward line with Kernahan and Satori looks very dangerous. Good coaching too to have Meldrum up there, as you said, Don. Just give them that extra option up there. Kernahan from 30 metres, and they're already 4 goals, 1 in front. There's a kick. It's a wobbly, but I might have put it through. I think he has. Yes, it's another one.
Dream start for Carlton. The qualifying final could be a boil-over even at this early stage. 6-1 to 1 goal.
Well, it wasn't a good kick off the boot by Stephen Kernahan, but nonetheless it was a straight kick. Watch the way he puts the knee just into the back. He had the sit on Michael Christian, and there's not much you can do when you're caught as Michael Christian was there. He was in front, he did the right thing, but Kernahan just had the sit and was in the better position.
8.5 minutes still remaining in the quarter. Carlton has 6 goals on the board. As I said, a dream start. 2 players trip up. Johnson was one of them. Carlton into attack again through Blackwell. On to Hannah. They're running in numbers. Can this be their 7th? Inside 50. He kicks. It's straight, but not straight enough, I don't think. One behind.
I think the Collingwood supporters have breathed a sigh of relief there. There's Robert Walls and Wes Luffs, and well, they'd be wrapped in this start.
Would they what? They couldn't have wished for better, could they? Shane Kerrison will bring the ball back into play for Collingwood. And the kick drops a little bit short. And Meldrum chips in to take a great mark.
Nothing going right for Collingwood. That was a bad kick by Kerrison.
Good mark though, Don.
Magnificent.
Paul Meldrum for his 2nd goal. Sartori on a lead, ignores it. He's put it high for him in the square. He's ducking back. Kernahan. And off the hands of the pack for 1 behind. 6-3, 39 to 1 goal. Really, that scoreboard tells the story of the game so far. Carlton, much the better team at this stage.
Shane Kerrison, oh, another wobbly kick, but it comes off because Manson's marked. He gives it across to Tony Shaw. He'll look for Mullane. Mullane away from Hannah. Now the ball, will it bounce in? Oh, the bounce even favoured Carlton then. Hannah takes it away, but in the meantime was a free kick. No, they're playing the advantage. It's a Carlton free kick. Wayne Johnston, brilliantly. He gets it across. This is Glascott. Glascott, the long booming kick. Satori in front, doing the wrestling. A loose ball comes to Fraser Murphy. He's lost it to Turner. Tommy Elvin's in there after it. Good play by Carlton. Now it's Tony Shaw. He'll battle his heart out across to Gavin Brown. They've got the loose man wide. Tim Mullane doesn't look too fit. I'll tell you what, if he's not carrying an injury, I'll eat my hat as he gives a short pass across to Starcevich to Tuddenham. Paul Tuddenham swings onto the... No, he kicks it on the right. That was bad play. Should have kicked it on the left. Straight to Bradley. Bradley to half forward. Kernahan in front. Punched away from him. At the base of the back is Tuddenham. The ball not going Collingwood's way at the moment, but this time it's a free kick. Too high in the head to Paul Tuddenham.
A lot of players now going in with the knees, as Tuddenham was a recipient on that occasion. The aggressor Wayne Johnson.
Mark taken by Blackwell. Kernahan made for him, name on it. The ride was set, absolutely set up for him. Kernahan to half forward. And Sartori, 2nd bite. 55 out. Dorotich in the square. Morwood got a hand to it. Dorotich on top of it. Meldrum tried to screw it over his shoulder, couldn't do so. Alvin grabbed, picked up by McGuan. Over the head of Sartori. Shaw. Robertson. To midfield. Oh, bad kick by Robertson. That's 2 bad kicks he's had so far. Reece Jones. Robertson again. Finally does find a teammate. This is Barwick. Good tackle, Reece Jones. Robertson dropped it, holding the ball. Good decision. Carlton plays on. They're on fire. Glascott. Hannah. Has a paddock to move in. Last minute replacement, and he's doing well. Dorotich on a lead, should have marked. And umpire John Russo will bounce it inside 50 metres.
Just wondering what the Collingwood camp could do though. Perhaps they could switch their backmen around, but Carlton are moving with such momentum, it's just hard to stop.
Well, they're all firing, Don. They have not got a weak link at the moment, and when a side's playing with confidence like that, it's hard to stop. There's the ball punched away, in fact, by Kerrison. They're even fumbling there. You see Barwick to Mullane, who doesn't seem to be moving all that well. Punches it backwards. Oh, they've fumbled again. That was Robertson. Mullane in after it again. Oh, Fraser Murphy crashes his way through. There's Barwick playing for the free kick instead of going for the ball. and it's a free kick to Carlton. Well, Barwick didn't really go for the ball. He played for the free kick. He should have gone for the ball.
But they're going too short between the two their half-back and half-forward line, Collingwood. Their handballing should be kicking it longer.
Fraser Murphy, the long high kick. Kernahan at the back as the flyer. Couldn't take the mark. Bradley waits at the base of the back. He's got it. He tries to hook it back. He does so. Kernahan tries to put pressure on Christian, but Michael Christian takes a very good mark right deep in that last line of defence.
Relays it to Kerrison. Kerrison runs up to the 50-metre line. Shocking kick. Collingwood's field kicking has been atrocious so far. Rhys Jones to Johnston. Bad hand pass. Made it to Tony Shaw. Starcevic. Banks. You'll need to be quick. He's not quick. Great tackle, Aitken. Tottenham on the base of it. 3 Collingwood players are there. Beaten by Tom Allen. And it will be a bounce just outside the 50-metre line.
Too slow to move the ball, the Collingwood players.
Kicked it.
Far too slow, Banks.
Patch of turf. Well, there's not really turf. Denuded off such, and that's a shocking bounce, probably as a result of what I was mentioning. Dacos. It's the kick away to Brown. Goes short. Taylor has taken the mark, or is it a push? It's the latter. It's a push. Silvani. Glascott. Some repair work there on the turf as well. Glascott goes out wide. Looking for Hanna. Opposition from Barwick. Who wins that? Well played, Doug Barwick. And he can kick the ball long. He does. Silvani the flyer. Taylor has got a free for interference. The umpire says no. Banks tries the hand pass. Looking for Dacos. He gets it. Grab. Tackle again but not in possession. And Brian Taylor puts an opponent out of business down there. Rhys Jones comes in on him.
Stupid play by Taylor.
And the umpire will relay the free kick. It goes upfield to Nailey. Nailey right at the defensive 50.
Well, Dacos played that magnificently. A little bit unlucky not to get a free kick as the kick comes right out towards centre wing. But Carlton backline putting enormous pressure on Don.
They've got to do something, Collingwood, and what you can do in this situation is cause a diversion. Now, Taylor could have done something then, just caused a diversion, upset Carlton's concentration.
Well, there's Bradley. Oh, cleverly to Nailey. Nailey bounces it with the left hand. Now he centres the ball. Meldrum's there. Oh, the bounce favours Collingwood. In they go after it. There was Blackwell. It's a loose ball. A chance for Barwick. He loses it. In went Tony Shaw and Nailey. Well, I haven't seen a Carlton side going like this for a long time.
Magnificent tackle by Meldrum.
Well, it's at halfway between the centre of the ground and half forward.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the quarter, Pete.
Well, 6-3 to 1 goal. What a brilliant start by Carlton. Madden is controlling the rucks to Bradley. Kerrison's caught. A quick kick. Comes to McGuan. McGuan, they're under enormous pressure. There's Morwood against Meldrum, and Gafer will probably run it to the line. Now he does. Or is it still in play? No, it's not. Robertson is the man there, but Collingwood just not getting any easy kicks.
Close to quarter time, minute 12 remaining. Dorotic has already kicked 1 goal. Now it comes to Christian. Straight down the ground. Will we get time for another score? Dunlop clashes. High tackle. He'll get the free kick. Well,
What for?
it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's Aitken, is it? Yep. Not a great kick, only travels about 35 metres. Kernahan spins, shoots and goals.
Well, I just shook my head in bewilderment. Kernahan caught behind on that occasion, but Carlton could do no wrong. 45 playing 6. And it's not a good kick here by Aitken. Lucky to get the free kick. It's a shocking kick. Beats the pack. Oh,
when you're hot, you're hot.
That's right, and Carlton certainly are at the moment. So Stephen Kernahan's 2nd goal.
Sartori also has 2 singles to Dorotic, Meldrum and Murphy. Umpire talking to Mullane. He's had his number taken.
Now that might have been for Rhys Jones out on that outer wing earlier. If you remember, Rhys Jones went down early.
Let's see who else he speaks to.
He's going over to Rhys Jones.
Well done, Don.
I don't think he's reported, though. By the look on his face, he doesn't look too worried.
No.
Well, that'd be bad luck for Collingwood if they lose Darren Mullane.
Not a good quarter for Collingwood. 6 down and a report. So one way or the other, David Rhys Jones has an appointment at the tribunal on Monday night. Close to quarter time. What a quarter for Carlton. Knocked down by Manson. Bradley. Nayley. Over the head of Turner. Morwood traps it beautifully. Onto Tony Shaw. Kerrison at the edge of the square. Straight down the ground. Again, kick dropping short. Dunlop in front takes the mark.
Their kicking at the moment is absolutely abysmal, Collingwood. Every kick they've had has gone to a Carlton man, as we see Alvin playing brilliantly in defence. So is Dorotich. He's battling hard up forward. They just haven't got a weak link at the moment. The centre bounce work has been outstanding. With 3 seconds to go, time will run out. There won't be another kick in this game. There's the siren. A magnificent quarter of football that by Carlton. In the quarter time, they lead 7-3, 45. The Collingwood, one solitary goal, a total of 6 points.
Collingwood, 39 points the difference as we begin the second quarter of the qualifying final for 1988.
Shane Morwood on the ball.
So Lee Matthews making some interesting moves. Tony Shaw paddles it out wide. Picked up by Mullane, who's had his number taken by at least one umpire, we believe. Johnston, long hand pass. Meldrum, been a winner on the forward line so far. That will be a score, not a goal. One behind. 7-4, 46 to 1 goal, 6 points at the scoreboard at the MCG. Before an excellent crowd, certainly over 80,000 at the moment. Most of them Collingwood supporters, a little bit disappointed. Christian. Defensive 50. Cloak back on the ground, couldn't mark it. Shaw over the top of Blackwell to Starcevic. Traps it nicely at right centre wing. Collingwood's field kicking in the first quarter left a lot to be desired. Hawke on the ball to give them some mobility up forward. Mullane, a real high ball to Barwick, who did little in the opening term. Centering kick. Picked up by Aitken. Well, in fact, almost. It was a good tackle. Hannah relieves the pressure, momentarily at least. Back to Barwick. 55 metres out. Long kick into the goal square. Silvani will see the ball through for one behind. So that's Collingwood's second score. 1-1-7. Carlton 7-4.
Well, they desperately need someone to take a mark up there. They need Starcevic and Taylor to start taking marks. Cloak's, Cloak's back on the ground. Short kick comes out to Blackwell. Now, Wayne Blackwell towards the centre wing. Christian. Oh, well done out in front of Kernahan. He sprints away. That's what they need as he hooks it back towards Taylor. The bounce. Taylor cleverly tries to tap it back. Still a chance for the Magpies, but eventually Hawke takes it over the line. That could be a Carlton free kick. Actually over the line as Glasgow popped it in the head. He's gone towards the, goal square actually to Dunlop. Dunlop wide to Hannah. Hannah. Now, who's marked? I think it's Collingwood's
man in front.
Yes, got to be paid. Good umpiring because Barwick did take that mark. Doug Barwick, the short one. Taylor and Silvani. Silvani putting pressure on Taylor. And I'd say Brian Taylor-Donner's in for a very tough game.
Well, he's not an easy opponent, Steve Silvani. He can jump in the air and he's very good on the ground.
He's good just about anywhere, Steve Silvani. You could play him even on the wing. He'd be a winner. Reece Jones. Short kick. Mullane. One of Collingwood's best players so far. But did we believe have his number taken in the first quarter? Silvani the spoil from the back down to Glasgow. Dacos has to beat two of them. Finally comes out with it. He was Collingwood's only real winner in the opening term. Rebounds to Shaw after Starcevic had spilt the mark. That's close to a goal. What a ripper.
Well, first blood to Collingwood. And what great play there by Peter Dacos. He spotted 3 Collingwood players by themselves at centre-half forward position. Starcevic is the one that spills the mark. There's the high ball, intentional ball in towards centre-half forward. There, a good spoiling attempt by Blackwell, but there were 3 Collingwood players there. The intent was good, the execution was good, and the result on the scoreboard.
Back into the centre, Collingwood's first goal. The difference is 33 points. The ball out the centre wing.
Well, what they need is a run-on of goals. And there's Tony Shaw to Cloak. Yes, and they're looking better now, the Magpies. 50 metres out from goal, David Cloak. Taylor against Silvani. Some wrestling going on. Silvani, a magnificent mark. Well, you've got to be completely outpointed Taylor on that occasion.
What a terrific effort. Taylor bigger and stronger than Silvani. You can see there, but he just puts his body in front. He's a terrific player.
There's Morwood. Collingwood. Could have been a mark. No, said the umpire, as Gavin Brown gets onto the left foot. The beautiful pass finds Starcevic. Now, Collingwood looking better. Rhys Jones on the mark. The umpire telling Starcevic to get back. And what they want, as I said a moment ago, a couple of quick goals to give them that confidence after that great onslaught by Carlton in the first quarter. Starcevic yet to score a goal. Collingwood's goal scorers have been Dacos and Tony Shaw. Now, umpire telling Starcevic actually to get on with it. Craig Starcevic from 48 metres. It's a long, high floater. It's a goal.
What a tremendous kick by Starcevic. Magpie fans finding voice at last.
And they certainly outnumber the Collingwood the Carlton fans today. Starcevic, I think, started in the back pocket at the start of the second quarter, but Banks has been moved down into that back pocket position, and Starcevic now at the centre-half forward position. And Collingwood, well, they could only improve. I only had 4 good players for Collingwood in the first quarter, so a lot of players had to lift their colours.
46-19, Starcevic's first goal. Knocked down to Morwood. Turner goes out wide again, looking for Starcevic. Too long for him. Gets a favourable bounce. Kicks it over the head of Rhys Jones. Taylor! Well, you're played full forward, Peter. And we're one of the greats in that position. Would I be correct in saying that Taylor, to beat Silvani, would have to move around a lot?
Well, I agree with that. And well, he read that better than Silvani. It was a quick kick, and Taylor read it beautifully, that floating kick. And this is exactly what the Magpies needed. And getting it out of the centre has made a big difference.
Taylor, 15 out. Goals. Just the start that Collingwood needed in the second quarter. And just what the crowd wanted, 4-1 to 7-4.
Well, they've scored 3 goals now, Collingwood, in this the second quarter, but they did get the ball out of the centre, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. This is what Carlton did in the second half of the first quarter. Quickly out of the centre, Starcevic on that, and just at the crucial time, Silvani did slip. He was in front of Taylor, and Taylor did read it just a little better on that occasion.
21 points the difference. Here's the danger man, Wayne Johnson. That long 70-metre kick. Back they go. Gaffer's there. It's a loose ball. Is it a mark? No, and rightly so. By umpire John Russo, and it's forced through from behind. Supreme optimist, that Carlton player. Was it Bradley? Came straight off the hands of Gaffer.
Third touch, didn't he?
Let's have a look at it. No mark. Well, as we see the ball being brought back into play by Banks, but it's a mark. Was it a push out? It was a push out against Justin Madden of Manson. And is it 50? It's 50 as well, so that's not good play by Madden. It's those sort of undisciplined things that can really tell against you. This is James Manson, another goal here that Collingwood, and the crowd will erupt. Good effort by the Magpies to come. Oh, there's that wobbly looking ugly kick, but it's a mark. It's a mark. It's Taylor in front of Silvani. He's given him a little bit of latitude, and Brian Taylor's taken a chest mark about 30 metres out directly in front, and the Magpies are back in town. Well, they look a different side in this quarter. I'm sure that Lee Matthews would have ripped into them at quarter time.
David Rhys Jones giving some advice to the back.
Advice how to kick straight, I don't think. There's the kick, slightly off the side. Is it coming back? Not a good kick they really could have done with that one.
Wrong advice.
4-2, plays 7-5. It's still a lead of 3-3, but all of a sudden things have changed. Robbie Walls a little bit more concerned than the first quarter.
And the Collingwood players ringing the Carlton players, all the Carlton players congregating at centre half back, and they're being ringed by Collingwood outriders.
Madden, high flyer. Hannah, one of your outriders, Don. Long kick by that player. Kernahan. Murphy gets offloaded by Mullane. That'll be a free kick. Bradley comes up with a ball, but it's not his. It will be Fraser Murphy's. Murphy at left centre wing. Kernahan and Christian. Aitken. Navy. Back to Aitken. Decides to break clear. No one chasing him, so he has a shot at goal and has threaded it, I think. That's an amazing shot from the boundary line. pressure there was almost non-existent.
You see Aiken involved in that play there. He's come all the way from centre half back, or the half back flank, created the opportunity for Naily. Well, see there he is on screen there. Aiken involved. And that's what a backman's got to do, to put pressure on the forward, get involved down there. And Naily, a good shot for goal. He drops the ball very close to his boot and doesn't allow an error or margin for error.
Carlton's 8th goal, 8-5 to 4-2. The Blues get some breathing space.
Oh, there's the brilliant Dacos again out of the centre. The umpire calling advantage. The short pass was meant for Cloak. Cloak leading out in front of Jamie Dunlop. That could have been a free kick to Cloak. But no, it was just a minor touch, said the umpire. And at the 50-metre line, Cloak going back to do the ruck work. Madden. Is it Madden or Satori? In fact, it was Madden. It's knocked away by Elvin straight over the line. In fact, it was Satori, not Justin Madden at all. So they look very alike, those two. Madden, in fact, down having a rest at full forward. Peter Satori doing the ruck work against Cloak. Well done by Satori to Johnson. A quick kick out of the pack. Fraser Murphy is there. Oh, if he gets the run of it, good play for Kernahan. Kernahan to half forward. Dorotic should mark this. He does. He plays on. Blackwell too slow. Walked down from behind. Don't know whether the handball was on in the first place. Back it comes towards Melbourne. But really, from there, I think they should have a shot, Don.
Well, wasn't that the great tackle?
And what a great kick by Kernahan to spin that ball left and allow Dorotic to run into. It was a terrific passage of play from both players. What a good tackle there by Brown. One hand and just dragged Blackwell down.
50-metre line. Murphy, Johnston. He can score from there. Long kick. He has done that, but it's only a behind.
He's a dangerous player, isn't he?
Isn't he what? 4-2 to 8-6.
What a great finals player he's been over the years.
28 points the difference. Christian to the outer side. Mullane in front of Alden. Marching the practice wicket area. Hawke. Up to midfield and Starcevic, who has done well in this quarter at half forward. Around Reece Jones to Dacos, put him under plenty of pressure. Good block by Naily. And a push in the back, says umpire John Russo, going Carlton's way. And it will be taken by Reece Jones. And meets out a little bit of attention to Dacos. It's going to Naily, who runs off. Not a good kick to midfield. Barwick and Hannah. Barwick dragged, didn't have possession. One of the longest kicks on the Collingwood side. Let's see if he goes for such from midfield. Gets good 60 metres with it in front of Sartori. Tony Shaw, beautiful hand pass to Starcevic. His snapshot is off target.
Chris Jones will have to tighten up on Starcevic. He's starting to get away from him. He's just giving him 5 yards. It was 20 yards on that outer wing before. Can't afford to do that as a backman.
27 points the difference. Carlton double Collingwood score at the moment. The 43 is Kennedy, and he'll be bringing the ball back into play. He's gone pretty well straight up the middle.
Satori in the centre of the pack. It's a loose ball. Oh, it's a quick kick by Hawke. Is grabbed by Blackwell. That was beautiful football to Bradley. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Fraser Murphy. He can't control it. Now he's got it. Hand pass back to Johnston. He's grabbed when he didn't have it. Play on now, said the umpire, and the umpire, Peter Carey, would come in and bounce it. Well, he might have been deemed to be in control of the ball in Johnston. A couple of foolish hand passes, actually, when they should have kicked at Carlton. Wayne Johnson's already had 10 kicks and 2 handballs, so certainly making his mark on the game. It's on centre wing, and 4 goals, 3 the difference, so it's still a decisive lead to the Blues. Collingwood will have to make some sort of inroads into that lead this quarter with 14 minutes to go. There's a quick kick down towards half forward. Oh, the bounce will favour Carlton this time. Waiting over the back is Malcolm. He goes in after it. Back to Kernahan. Steve Kernahan, a quick kick down towards the half forward line. Fraser Murphy in after it. They've lost it though to the Magpies. Good pressure play. Gafer to McGuan. Mick McGuan coming around the Melbourne members' wing. Goes long. This is Ian Aiken racing out in front. He goes for the quick kick back towards the half forward line. Naily gets a bad bounce, and eventually it beats all players over the line. Halfway between centre wing and half forward for the Blues.
Boundary throw in. Madden. Second grab. Might get a third. Dacos. I would suggest Collingwood's best player at the moment. Starcevic coming into his own at half forward. He's marked on left centre wing. He's given the forward line for Collingwood a little bit of bite. Spearing pass down to Morwood, who started at full back. He's now on the forward line. Taylor, one-hander, drags it ultimately in. Taylor's kicked one goal. Should have got two. That's a great mark. Now, he's on a pretty fair angle. One would almost say an unfair angle. Outside the boundary line. Not too much daylight between the posts. That's a great shot, Brian Taylor, for a goal. Taylor's second. The Magpies creep closer.
Well, Brian Taylor, no stranger to that position, kicking a goal from that position in that deep forward pocket, having started his career at Richmond, coming up through the ranks, having originally come from Western Australian Mandurah. It was a great kick for goal because not an easy angle at all.
Brian Taylor's second goal. Taylor's second and Collingwood's fifth, 33 to 54.
Well, the important thing is they're playing better. There's the danger man, Johnston, receiving from Bradley. A quick kick towards half forward. There's Nailey over to Kernahan. Steve Kernahan, a quick kick straight up into the air towards the... Oh, what a mark to Dorotich. Oh, what a great mark under pressure, Don. John Dorotich in the centre of the pack. Three Collingwood men around him has taken a great mark.
Well, the high ball from Kernahan, you can see there a sea of arms, and Dorotich, the only man to hold his position, didn't get off the ground.
Well, that was a top mark by Dorotich, right in front, and he puts it through.
They're calling the referendum, won't they? Didn't get off the ground. 5-3 to 9-6.
We'll play that one, Pete.
Yes, and Don Dorotich, again, another avenue to goal for the Carlton side. He's got size, he's got strength, and he has played in position as centre-half back, so he's got mobility once the ball's hit the ground. And he is a real headache for those Collingwood backmen.
Well, Carlton rushed that one out of the centre. Let's see if they can do it again. Again, the margin is 4-3. This time, Shane Morwood's in there. They're trying to get it out. There's Satori. The tackle is on Morwood's court. Loses it. Blackwell. Here's danger because Bradley's got it. Craig Bradley. He'll go backwards to Blackwell. Blackwell to Glascott. And Glascott will kick long. Here's where they look dangerous. Kernahan at the back as mark. And this is when they kick that long bomb down towards the forward line. Kernahan and Satori. They look very dangerous.
You've always got your heart in your mouth when that happens if you're a Collingwood supporter, because you can see it is just so predictable, but the Carlton fellows know it's on. If that happens to be spilt, the little fellows will come sweeping by. The opposition also know it's on as well.
Well, Kernahan has kicked two, and he's proving a handful for Michael Christian, who beat him badly early in the year out at Waverley.
3 marks and 9 kicks to Kernahan so far.
He's a great mark. There's no doubt about that. One of the best marks in league football, and they could... Carlton would be a handy one. There's the kick. He's hooked it. He's missed it. And the Collingwood supporters would breathe a sigh of relief.
Still 33 to 61. So it's a pretty fair deficit to make up, although they were 39 points down at quarter time, so they've pegged a little back. 10.5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's been a contest in this term, certainly. We didn't have that in the first quarter. Nailey drops it. 4 Collingwood players are at the fall of the ball. The awkward kicking style of Manson that puts them up to midfield, and Starcevic in front of Reece Jones takes the mark. It's left for Hawke, but he can't play on. It was a mark, not a free kick. Starcevic at midfield looks for Cloak. Went up one-handed, hard to mark like that. Alvin, Meldrum, McGuan in pursuit. Beautifully played from Meldrum. Backup support there from Hawke. Glasgow. Carlton seemingly with the ball on a string. At the back is Kerrison. A push-out, says the umpire. Let's go to Blackwell. Or is it Murphy? Kerrison doesn't know either.
I thought the two Carlton players tripped across one another.
You could almost argue for 50 metres because he didn't throw it back to Murphy. Fraser Murphy, left half forward flank, long way from goal. Christian is the flyer in front. Cloak at the back. Collingwood free kick this time. Plucked out, going to Christian, just up from the back pocket. Hugs the boundary line with that kick. McGuan. Right, haven't seen much of him so far. On the second touch, out to McGuan again. He looks more like Billy Pickett in his kicking style every day. Silvani gets a favourable bounce from Taylor. He got the ball away from him, only to lose it again. Not out of bounds, or was it? It's a free kick.
Free kick against Taylor earlier. He manhandled Silvani when he didn't have the ball.
Yes, much earlier. As we see Silvani, a long kick towards centre wing. Kernahan was the flyer over the back of Shane Kerrison. Oh, he ducked the head and went for the line. Hawke, the tackle was on him. He's lost it. Grabbed by Graham Wright, a quick kick towards half forward. Ian Aiken went in after. Here's a chance. Darren Mullane brings it to Taylor. Beautiful football that by Mullane. And that's the way they've got to play it. Taylor's going to lead and they've got to kick it out in front of him.
Well, a great pass. He is a very good player, Darren Mullane. He can play in a number of positions. Came to Collingwood as a wingman. And he is at present best and fairest at Collingwood.
Well, he's kicked two, Brian Taylor. They could really do with this one. He's a good kick normally. I think he's threaded it. He has.
Well, Brian Taylor's third goal, 3 goals, 1, and all coming in this the second quarter. But that was well set up by Mullane. Now watch this, right, a good tackle there by Rhys Jones. The ball spills out. Now watch Mullane. Terrific composure. He spots Taylor. And when you're full forwards on a lead like that, there's nothing this fullback can do. Silvani, the fullback on that occasion, just could not get the ball away.
6-3 to 9-7. That was Taylor's third goal. Silvani's done a fair job on him, but this quarter, 3 goals to the Collingwood spearhead. He's got the Magpies back in it.
At least he's leading, and that's what he's got to do on Silvani. You can't wrestle with him.
By Russo to bounce it just wide of the circle. Madden and Cloak, Mansett over the top. Nailey, Carlton Rovers, Murphy, Glascott. Oh, Christian chipping in front of Kernahan. He didn't like it. 50 metres it should be, 50 metres it is.
And played by Carlton, Don. They should have gone long.
Yes, but they had the option there, and you really can't blame a mistake occasionally.
Christian. Now at centre field. He has gone long with that kick. Silvani, good punch away. On to Cloak though. Quick kick into the square. Tony Shaw. It's jumped on by Rhys Jones. He might get put right on the line. He will be.
On Mullane.
Mullane it is. I don't think it would have made that much difference to the end result, Don, do you?
Not from that distance.
By Peter Carey telling him just what he did wrong. So Darren Mullane, well, he was in the news in the first quarter when he had his number taken by at least one umpire. Now has the chance to bring up his first goal. He won't miss from there. He hasn't. Now Collingwood really fighting back in the second quarter. 7-3 to 9-7.
Yes, and Mullane has figured in the last 2 goals. The first one, the pass across to Brian Taylor, and on that occasion being on the end of a long bomb. And it's good to see Collingwood starting to lengthen their kicks. You couldn't actually mistake a goal from that distance, really, 5 metres out.
I still think that mistake down the other end allowed Collingwood to rebound, and that made all the difference.
7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's been a real contest, this one. Madden knocks it down. Nailey trying to get clear. Didn't have any success, though. Cloak fires out a hand pass, and the Magpies go forward. Dacos. Taylor in the square. Can he recover? So near to a mark. Oh. Finally Carlton out of danger through Aitken. Brown outside 50. Short pass. The Magpies looking a little better. Peter Dacos. 14 kicks so far. 5 marks and 1 hand pass, and of course, as you can see there, has capped it off with 1 goal, going for his second.
Well, he's going for the torpedo punt. He's just the sort of man who's liable to kick this. Oh, he's got off the side of the boot. Graham right in front, over the back. This is Kennedy, always headed for the boundary line. And well, a clever kick that by Kennedy. He's beaten Graham Wright so far. He's done a good job in the back pocket. There's the coaches up there. Graham Wright's only had two kicks and 1 handball. There's Dunlop doing the ruck work. Nayley is there. Mark Nayley cleverly back to Wayne Johnson. He's gone wide looking for Wayne Blackwell. Blackwell out in front. Now, which way will it bounce? In fact, it favours Blackwell. He'll look for Glascott. Glascott, 1-on-1 against Tony Shaw. Shaw used the body beautifully then, tapping it back towards the boundary line, and in fact has tapped it over the line on centre wing. The scoreboard showing 2 goals for the difference. So still 16 points in favour of Carlton, but it's been a great quarter this by Collingwood. They've fought themselves way back into this. Satori, down to the brilliant Dacos. He's on fire. Silvani over the back. And Mullane. It's a loose ball to Graham Wright. Now it's a chance. A hand pass from Barwick to Taylor. Over the top is Manson. Oh!
Oh, he nearly made a meal of it. He's got it. I saw him stumble, and I thought, Don, what's going to happen?
We've done that a little bit. We might see this on replay. They build it up with a series of hand passes again, Collingwood. Manson being on the end of it. But Dunlop just did not move at the right time. There, Dunlop should have been moving earlier. He would have at least collared Taylor, but Taylor got it away. And Manson, well, they're right back in it, Collingwood.
Only 10 points the difference now at the MCG in a thriller. Meldrum up to half forward for Carlton. And a great quarter by Collingwood after Carlton almost delivered a KO blow on the opening term. Johnston out to Glasgow. Back to Blackwell. Centering kick. Looking for Kernahan. In front is Cloak. Christian wobbles it off the boot up towards centre field. Starcevic loses it out to Hanna. Flicks the hand pass. Reece Jones looking for Kernahan again. Christian in front. Dacos breaking away. Beautifully done by the Collingwood chap. Out to Tony Shaw. Shaw at centre field. Not a long kick. Starcevic though takes the grab. He'll have to kick it quickly. Great tackle, Nayley. Hanna and Malay. Back to Aitken. Glascott to Nayley. Murphy at half forward. Johnston decides ultimately to go for the long one into the square. And off the hands of Gafer, it's out of bounds for a throw-in.
What a terrific run down by Mark Nayley.
It was fantastic, but Starcevic is a very slow player, hand and foot. He does that a lot. He gets caught with the ball, and that was brilliant play by Dacos before that. It was sensational play. That's tapped wide. That was by Satori. Here's Bradley. Oh, banana kick. He's put it through. Oh, what a goal.
I can't believe it. That is incredible. I thought he was bringing the ball back to the centre.
He's a South Australian, don't forget, Don. They kick him all the time.
On replay. Oh, I thought the way he had that ball across his body, he's going to bring it back to the centre. But it was that check side. What a magnificent kick.
Well, the South Australians call it check side. I think we call it a banana kick, but nevertheless a great goal.
16 points again in favour of Carlton, no denying that. Down to Morwood, on to Tony Shaw. Shaw straight down the ground. The pass is a gem, and the mark is taken by Wright. And Graham Wright hasn't had a great day so far. It's his 3rd mark. 2 kicks and 1 hand pass so far. He's been well held by Kennedy. Barwick giving him some encouragement. It's 45 metres out. Slight angle. Judging by lack of reaction, it's a behind. So 15 points in favour of Carlton. But nonetheless, a good quarter by Collingwood. They trailed by 39 points at the first change. 3¼ minutes remaining in this term. And I was going to say Serge Silvani to bring the ball back. That's Stephen. They both wore number 1. Madden in the middle of it. Kennedy with Wright. Good tackle, Mullane. Wright again, spins out. His second hand pass. Umpire Russo has found a free kick to Carlton. But It'll be taken by Kennedy. Just outside the 50-metre defence line. Short pass. Glasgow at the edge of the square. Johnston, he's been brilliant so far. He and Dacos, probably the best two players on the ground. In front is Aitken. Spills to Kernahan. Plenty of bullocking work in there. Jamie Turner has the ball. He won't have it for too long. The umpire has decided it's his.
35 metres out from the Carlton goal. I think the Magpies will be desperately trying to get this out of defence, because a quick goal here to Carlton just before half-time would do a bit of damage. That was Christian. Oh, straight down to Fraser Murphy. He snaps and misses. And that was Michael Christian actually doing the ruck work and tapped it straight into the arms of Fraser Murphy. There he is, 8-4, plays 10-8. Still 2 goals for the difference at 16 points. Mullane got it in that back pocket. He's going for the short one around the wing. And that is at 50. No, it's Banks. Dennis Banks has only had 1 kick, 1 handball. 127 VFL games. Banks from the half-back line brings it towards the wing, and it's a good mark to Starcevic. He's had an excellent quarter.
8 marks.
8 marks. It's a good effort as he gets around Reece Jones and brings it towards half-forward. Taylor out in front. Punched away from him. It's a loose one to the brilliant Dacos. He's got it. The pass is on. No, it's not. It's a hand pass. Coming wide. He had no options. Kennedy heading for the boundary line. Michael Kennedy, and he taps it over the line. And that is bad forward play by Collingwood, because Dacos came loose. He was looking for someone to give it to, and no one made the lead. 8-4 to 10-8. 1 minute and 20 seconds of play left before half-time. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Graham Wright. Starcevic, was it too high? It was. So a chance for Collingwood. Starcevic is only 40 metres out directly in front.
Did he duck his head?
Oh, they'll reverse this. Oh, that's bad play. Shocking play by Collingwood. They've had it reversed.
David Reece Jones to take the free kick. Madden too tall. Glasgow. Bad mistake that. Could be a real turning point of the game if you were to look for one. Murphy, well tackled, but got rid of the ball just in time. Morwood overruns it. No, he doesn't. Well picked up by Shane Morwood. The pass to Doug Barwick at half forward, and he stops dead. 36 seconds remaining. He doesn't know that. Can they get a goal? They'll need to get a mark here. Taylor has it. And this will probably be the last kick of the quarter and the half. Clock counting down. 20 seconds remaining.
Vital kick. It makes a big difference if you're 10 points down or 16 at half-time.
Taylor has kicked 3, and all of those have come in this quarter. It'll go close. It's coming around. It's through, I think. It's a goal. As Reece Jones and Starcevic do battle in the goal square again. There's the siren for half-time. The bell is gone. Oh! That was a nice old one on the chin. The temper's a little bit frayed as the bell goes for half-time. Collingwood taking the points in the second. Carlton took them in the first.
Yes, and James Manson there, but it was a bit of a con. Madden actually didn't strike him, just stuck the hand out, and Manson ran into it. But Collingwood, a terrific quarter by them. Still very vocal, James Manson. He wants to get back onto the game because that's the important thing. And they're the two coaches walking off, Robert Walls on the right and Lee Matthews, and he would be very happy with Collingwood's fight back. They've done very well. They've cut out the stupid short hand pass, and they've gone longer with their kicks, and with Taylor up there firing, and also Mullane, Dacos, they've got avenues to goal now, and Starcevic at centre-half forward has been a very good player for the Collingwood side.
10 points the difference at the main change as players leave the field. 10-8, 68 Carlton, leading Collingwood 9-4, 58. We begin the third quarter of the 1988 qualifying final. The third quarter of the 1988 qualifying final. 10 points the difference in favour of Carlton, but they led by 39 at quarter time, and they'll be kicking to the left of screen in this quarter. And that's the end that most of the scoring's been done at. Johnston, he was brilliant in the first half. Blackwell, short pass. Oh, that was too easy. Sartori in front. And Carlton started the first half very quickly with a goal. Looks as though they're going to do the same in the second.
Well, it's that man again, Johnson. He does it every time against Collingwood.
But also, Cloak's gone into the ruck and he cannot jump off the ground.
Sartori, 35 out. done with that one. It's a goal. Almost no reaction down there. Must be Collingwood supporters in abundance. But Sartori has put it through for his third goal. That's a great start to the third quarter by Carlton.
We talk about getting the ball out of the centre, and that was classical in the way that was done. But I mentioned about Cloak going into the ruck. Now, David Cloak cannot jump, and it was such an easy hit down to Madden that Johnson could back himself in. Madden can do whatever he wants or wherever he wants to direct that ball, and the Carlton fellas can run with confidence to those areas.
Well, Madden again got it down, and Johnson, look at him out of the centre again. Johnson, Glascott, he's taken away by Morwood. Morwood wide, Hannah at the back, cleverly taps it away. Rhys Jones comes in to lend a hand. David Rhys Jones, a lovely hand pass to Elvin. It was well done, that by Carlton. Dorotich and Banks. And Dorotich forces it to the line. But again, at that centre bounce, Wayne Johnson was in that pack, feeding that ball out to Glascott.
They work together, don't they, Madden and Johnson?
11-8 plays 9-4 as Cloak gets it down. Banks almost caught. Nice hand pass. Tony Shaw, a little chip pass. Now it's a free kick down the field to Collingwood. Good play that by Carlton. It's a kick there to Mullane. Darren Mullane on centre wing, brings it wide. Rhys Jones and Starcevic. Rhys Jones out in front, but Starcevic chips across him. Good play by Craig Starcevic. He kicks long, but he's hooked it and out of bounds on the full. And that was a very, very lazy and poor kick, because Taylor was down there, one out with Silvani. There he is, Craig Starcevic. An excellent second quarter. Really led David Rhys Jones a merry chase. There's Silvani bringing it to the half-back line. Cloak too strong on that occasion for Madden. David Cloak, that awkward-looking kicking style, but it's a nice-looking kick in the finish. There's Silvani fisting the ball away. Ian Aiken takes it away out of defence and brings it wide. He had no one to give it to. Mullane. Fraser Murphy with a pace. Hooks it back, but he might have put it this out of bounds on the full, and he has.
Well, neither side has made any positional changes after half-time.
Kerrison has the free kick for Collingwood on the outer wing. No, he doesn't. Mullane. Almost the spot where he dumped Rhys Jones in the first quarter. Hannah in front. Dacos, who's been absolutely brilliant today. Knocked away by Dunlop. Straight to Starcevic though. Needs to get the hand pass out quickly to Bowen. He wasn't quick enough. In the back, says the umpire. It's a Carlton free kick. Glascott to Kennedy. Glascott looks a little the worse for wear. Out to Hawke. Gets a favourable bounce. Tries to get it away from Nail. He succeeds in doing that. Mullane. Pass a little bit low. Johnston piles it on top of the pack. And it's going to be a bounce inside the 50-metre line.
Well, there's where that free kick rule, you must kick the ball after an infringement comes undone, because Glascott couldn't take his kick really, and that's why he had to do that short 5-metre kick. Couldn't handball it.
Hannah. Funny old kick. Rhys Jones. A good hand pass, put his teammate down there under plenty of pressure. Hawke rides an opponent into the ground. Could have almost been a free kick. Johnston. High ball. Johnston and Dacos starting this quarter where they left off in the first half. Easily the best two on the ground so far. Jamie Turner now. Turner to right half forward flank for Collingwood. There is a whistle. It may be downfield. As in fact it is Craig Starcevic to take the resultant free. And you can see Starcevic outside the 50-metre line. Obviously fancies himself as a chance of just about kicking it. It'll be close, whichever way. That's a brilliant kick. Oh, what a shot for goal. Starcevic's second, brilliant.
Well, he had no option but to kick it, because he ignored two options that were on a little earlier, two unmarked teammates. 30 metres away, he could have dropped it across. They would have been 40 metres from goal. But he ignored them. Must have a lot of confidence in his kicking ability, Craig Starcevic.
And bad luck for Carlton. I think Glascott's having to come off the ground. In fact, he will come off in a moment. Well, again, the difference 10 points. Oh, Johnson tried to crash his way through the centre again. There's Morwood. He's collared by Johnson again in after it. He's a great player, Johnson. Look at him. And yes, Glascott off, and coming on is Bernie Evans for his first run of the day. Now, that's bad luck, because Glascott is the man that had to mind Dacos, so that might really worry Carlton with their balance. He's in a lot of pain, David Glascott. Madden, cleverly to Naily, but Naily runs into a brick wall. It's in the centre of the ground. Morwood tried to crash his way through. Off the ground, there goes Johnson again. But umpire Peter Keary. That centre bounce system there is terrific, Don.
Well, I do. Madden is just so dominant that the Carlton fellows can put themselves in a position which to row.
Coming in from a different angle, but it wasn't a real centre bounce. Johnston. Kernahan has to try to knock the ball away. Evans' first kick could be a goal. And the umpire says it is. Well, they didn't lose anything by that, did
It
they?
was great play, Kernahan, then to tap that over.
Yeah, but also great play by Madden earlier across to Johnson again, who brought the ball down. And there's Kernahan battling with Christian. And Carlton are just so good at running past. The little fellows really do crumb well.
David Glascott had 12 kicks in his stint on the ground. Looking at that shot, I'm going to suggest he won't be coming back, but we'll get a report on him hopefully shortly. Madden still in the ruck against Cloak, and he's won every one this quarter. Still got a clean sheet. Tony Shaw grabbed, didn't have it. Johnson got one for his corner too.
But he still ended up with the ball. Johnson, he's unbelievable.
Tony Shaw, short pass to Dacos. In pursuit is Johnston. Starcevic. Reece Jones, a little bit lax there. Starcevic was about 10 metres away from him.
Playing very loosely on Starcevic.
9 marks so far to Craig Starcevic. Kicked a beautiful goal. Similar distance out, this side of the ground. So he should get the distance. We'll wait on the accuracy. Looks pretty good from here, but only 1 point. 65 to 80, 15 points the difference as we go to the boundary line at Malcolm Blight.
Yes, Peter. David Glascott has obviously caught one in the back, right in the middle of the back, and they've iced it up now. I suggest he'd be all right if needed again during the day.
Beautiful kick out that from fullback by Silvani. Has found Alvin. Alvin is looking for the loose man. Dunlop against Cloak. And Aikens there also. It's a loose ball. Madden. Madden looked around for someone to come through. Should have gone for it himself. Graham Wright. He's got the loose man there in Mullane. That was bad play by Justin Madden. He was looking around for a rover to support him, and there was no one there. Now, Mullane from 50 metres centres the ball. A chance for Taylor at the back of the pack. In front was Naily. A lot of desperation as they charge in over it. Around the neck was, I think it was his own man, got Wayne Johnston there, but doesn't he do a power of work, Johnston? Again, he comes up with the ball and hands it to the umpire.
As David Glascott is being carried back to the dressing room.
Well, there's a kick out by Cloak, or no, Manson, I should say. He definitely, that was a free kick. Bad play by Manson. There's Glascott. Now, Justin Madden, wide. Naily, that could be 50. No. Gavin Brown into the back of Naily there, but it was as he took the mark. Very vital quarter, this one. 17.5 minutes of play left. Collingwood just trying to get up to Carlton at the moment. Bit of a stalemate. There's Kernahan trying to get him back. Tony Shaw having plenty to say against a much bigger man in Kernahan. Been a good play today, Kernahan. Difference is 15 points. It's vital that Collingwood get the next goal. There's Madden again getting it down. Gavin Brown, though, doing the roving. He's kicked it high. This could be out in the full. It is. It'll be a Carlton penalty kick to McKennedy on half-back flank.
Only 7 kicks to Brown so far. Hasn't been his busiest afternoon. It's at centre wing. At the fall of the ball is Blackwell. Hooks it across his body. Back to the wing position. Kernahan onto Murphy. Good tackle, Christian holding the ball. No, says the umpire. A little bit of latitude paid. Christian caught one too high, and he will get a free kick for that. It's a play on call. The advantage rule paid. Naily tries to scoop it up. Good shepherding for the Carlton rover. Gets grabbed. Was it too high by Starcevic? Yes, says the umpire.
That's the evener up because Fraser Murphy was held 20 yards down the ground earlier. A good shepherd there earlier by Johnson, and also a good one there, attempted shepherd by Kennedy.
Naily at left half-back flank for Carlton. Kick straight into the man on the mark in Starcevic. Centering kick. He'll be looking for Taylor. Silvani, his opponent, does it well. With the 2 Collingwood tools, relays it to Dunlop. Still inside defensive 50. Dunlop long. up to midfield. Knock away by Banks. Dacos gets it back to Banks again. He's had a quiet day so far, Dennis Banks. That's a good kick distance-wise. Manson! Just a little bit of a nudge stop.
Yes, but Collingwood now starting to go direct from goal. Instead of handballing, which they were doing earlier in the first quarter, Banks got the ball, and you always give the opponent, you always catch the opponent out, as Collingwood did on that occasion, with a long, quick kick.
Now has a funny kicking style, James Manson. 35 out directly in front. Has goal. Manson second. 9 points the difference. That's the closest they've been since the first quarter.
He's got an unusual kicking style, James Manson, but he made his debut, or one of his earlier games was as a full forward against Hawthorn, and on that particular day was a real headache.
He kicked 5, didn't he, Don, from memory?
A strong mark and a very accurate kick.
Manson 2, Starcevic 2, Taylor 4. Goal kickers for Collingwood. It's 9 points the difference in the third quarter. 15 minutes and 6 seconds remaining.
Well, let's watch this centre bounce again. Madden got it down, but Collingwood are there through Dacos. In they go after it, and the umpire will bounce it again. Well, it gives us a chance, of course, to watch this centre bounce again. With there's Dacos. He's been magnificent today. Now let's watch Johnson. They're Morwood's manning him up, as you can see there. Now Madden taps it down. There's Bradley with the big tap away. Tony Shaw is there. Oh, beautifully done across to Nailey. Nailey the half forward. Oh, the wide hand pass was a shocker, but Bradley's got tons of time to swing around onto the right foot and bring it back towards full forward. Kernahan and Dorotic. It's fisted away by the Magpie defenders. McGuan brought the ground. Play on now, said the umpire. Hand pass comes to Kerrison. Kerrison back to Gaffer. Gaffer a quick kick. I think he's put it out on the full. He has. It'll be a Carlton penalty kick. And let's see who's to take it. Bernie Evans, whose first kick of the game resulted in a goal. He's 45 metres out from goal. He centres it. Dorotic at the back. Oh, almost took the mark. It's grabbed by Gavin Brown. Good defensive play by Collingwood. Over to Gaffer. Back to Brown. Further afield to Tony Shaw, and the Magpies get out of trouble. It's a wobbly old kick back to the centre of the ground. A bad bounce to Mullane. That allows Tommy Alvin to go in after it. He's got it. Centre of the ground. No one coming at him as he brings it to it. Oh, Satori. Oh, could have taken the mark. Not a good effort, but he goes in after it again. Grabbed by Christian. Beautiful play. They didn't work hard enough there, Carlton. Over to Banks. That hand pass. Banks a short one. Starcevic a mile in front. They've got loose men everywhere. The hand pass to Barwick. Barwick at half forward will look for Taylor. The short one's on. Silvani. Taylor. Great mark, Taylor. Beautiful football by Collingwood, but really the Carlton forwards did not work hard enough up the other end. Now Taylor has been a good player. Silvani's put him under pressure all day. He's kicked for Brian Taylor, and when he leads, he's an excellent player. This will put the Magpies within 3 points. There's the kick. He's hooked it. And in fact, it's still in play, and now it's forced through for a behind, so the difference is 8 points.
8 points in favour of Carlton. The side that led by 39 at quarter time, 10 at half time. Steve Silvani favours the member stand side. Target is Dunlop, marking in front of Brown. Under 13 minutes remaining in the quarter. That's not a good kick. It was off, might be okay. Could have been okay. Nailey spilled it. It was an awkward one. Dacos again is everywhere. That's a really high kick, and it travels about 25 metres distance-wise. Shaw, brilliant. Hooks it across the body. The bounce is the thing here. Kernahan and Silvani make amends for that. Brilliant ball work. Past Bradley. Madden. Bradley backs him up. Lobs it high up to the edge of the square. The target, Dorotic. Can't take it. Murphy robes it well. Beautiful hand pass. Meldrum into space. Evans. Goal coming up to Sartori. It'll be his third.
Well, football is just not fair. Meldrum on that occasion waiting out, as he's done quite a bit. And Reece Jones going off as Darui coming on. But there's just no justice in football, because here's Murphy working really hard. Now Meldrum hanging out. And they set up the loose man, series of handballs, finishes up. Bernie Evans across to Satori. Fraser Murphy can take credit for that goal.
Peter Sartori putting through his it was his 4th goal actually. 72 now to 86. Rhys Jones off the ground.
Well, Rhys Jones paying the penalty for being too loose on Starcevic. Well, 14 points the difference now. Madden and there they are again. Johnston and Madden. Gee, they do that brilliantly. Cross to Hannah. Kernahan. Oh, almost took the mark. Here's Evans. That's a free kick to Kernahan.
Would have been one to Evans anyway, wouldn't it, Peter?
I think it got more. I thought more of a free kick to Evans, in fact, than Kernahan. But Kernahan's got it, and he's only 30 metres out directly in front. Let's have a look at it.
We'll see here, around the neck, going to be paid there against Turner.
Was too high. Steve Kernahan going for goal number 3. Oh, shocking kick. He's missed a couple of sitters, Kernahan, and you can't afford that in finals.
Interesting move, Peter. Daroui coming on. 2 former teammates, Craig Starcevic, Steve Daroui, and Daroui giving Starcevic quite a bit in as far as height goes at centre-half forward.
Well, this is Carrison bringing it towards the half-back line. Aiken went for the fist away. It's a loose ball. Gavin Brown in after it. Oh, he ran into all sorts of trouble, but he caught one in the back. And Gavin Brown will take this in the centre-half back area, and he hurt himself in that exchange. Hasn't had a great day, Brown. He always tries hard. Now he's gone wide. Manson and Madden. Madden will go the punch as he normally does. Comes off the boot of Evans. Finds Bradley, who's starting to come into the game. And he kicks long. That's the way to play it here. Sartori in front. Oh, might have been grabbed by the arm there. Over the back is Brown. Read that beautifully, Gavin Brown. He's got no one to kick it to. He swings onto the left foot. Hannah in front. Oh, good mark to Hannah. And Carlton again looking dangerous. Millen Hannah.
Cloak off for Collingwood, and Robertson coming on.
Well, Hannah's 60 metres out from goal. He's going for the torpedo punt, a disgraceful kick. And I don't know why guys do that. You should set the ball up to the goal square with a drop punt when you've got big forwards.
David Cloak on the bench. Brown to take the free kick for Collingwood. Hannah. The spoil was effective. Actually knocked it onto Meldrum, then turned onto Evans. Then turn on to Johnston. Oh, Sartori, he's kicked 4 already. Now he could kick 5.
They played the overlap very well, Carlton.
Sartori will kick from round about 50 metres. He'll get the distance. He's got the accuracy as well. It's a goal. 5 goals to Sartori. And once again, Carlton kick ahead.
And David Rhys Jones warming up on the boundary, and he's to come on and replace Jamie Dunlop. Interesting. We'll see here Bernie Evans. Now this is the overlap. Very well done, Carlton. A little chip across to Sartori, and his 5th goal coming up.
Well, Wayne Johnston's been the real damaging player, getting it out of the middle in this term. Carlton swing into attack again towards their 50-metre line. Kerrison, though, is in the road. Around Kernahan. Not a well-directed kick. McGuan could be in trouble. Dorothy unloads him. Turner doesn't get the bounce that he wanted. Back to Madden, off the ground. Back to Banks. At midfield, Collingwood. Straight down the ground. Steve Silvani with a big punch. Hannah. Manson has it knocked away from him at the last minute. Looked set up for him. Jamie Turner. Out wide to Robertson, who spent a bit of time on the bench. In turn to Banks. Practice wicket area. Hard to get good footing there. Barwick marks just up from the pocket.
21 points the difference. Carlton in front. Collingwood would want a couple of quick goals, I would think. Carlton have really stepped up their play in this quarter. He's on the boundary line. He'll probably run out to the right and try and hook this in slightly. Been a fairly quiet player, Barwick. He's only 30 metres out. Let's see, he'll probably open up the goals. He is a beautiful kick. He's kicked across the face, though. Now, is that touched? No, it's out in the full. And Silvani will take the penalty kick. But there's Madden should receive this one. He does. He's gone for the hand pass to Naylor. He's under pressure, but he gets away with pace. Some good shepherding by Blackwell. Oh, here's danger because Kernahan leads in the race for it. He hasn't got any support. It's tapped wide. Good play, Kernahan. Oh, it's well done by Kerrison to smother that hand pass because Fraser Murphy would have been off and running.
Good effort. Isn't it a terrific game?
It is a great game, Don. Usually is Carlton Collingwood.
It's the 6th time they've met since the final 5 was introduced. Honours are even so far at 3-all. Mullane's kick is high. Running with the float of the ball was Brown. Tony Shaw almost tackled by DeRui. Hawke straight out of bounds. Centre wing. Jason will interchange area, throw in. 72-93. The scoreboard in favour of Carlton. They've led all day so far. Umpire's given them a free kick. It'll be taken by Justin Madden, just short of left centre wing. Centres the ball to half forward. Banks got pushed into it. Getting a few possessions in this quarter. Banks, he was fairly quiet in the opening half. Now McGuan doesn't know which way to go. He picked out Banks ultimately with that pass. Good tackle by Bernie Evans on Barwick. Umpire said it wasn't a good tackle. Yes, he did. He's got the free kick. It was going the other way. Evans looks for Alvin. 100th game today. Couldn't mark that one. Robertson now, he's got pace. Can he use it? Hawke. Tony Shaw. Left half forward flank, about 53 metres out. Starcevic over Reece Jones.
It was very poorly read that by Reece Jones. He didn't man him up at all.
I think a couple of poor passages of play by Carlton players. Alvin in the centre of the ground and this by David Reece Jones. I think both the players could have put in a little bit more.
So Craig Starcevic, that was his 11th mark and 15th kick, and he's gone.
Well, Craig Starcevic proving a problem. A very quiet first quarter, but that was his 3rd goal. He's kicked 3 goals too. And David Reece Jones taken off Starcevic, then had to come back on because Robertson came off. They took Cloak off. They had to get a more manoeuvrable player since Reece Jones has come on and picked up Robertson, and Daru is picking up Starcevic, 2 former teammates from Western Australia.
So DeRui, the new opponent for Starcevic, has just kicked his 3rd goal. Manson to Dacos. Can Collingwood get it out of the centre? Great tackle, Johnston.
Oh, brilliantly done though by Dacos to butter up, and he's got it. The Magpies come forward again. Taylor and Silvani. In front was Aiken. Tony Shaw, a hand pass straight to Hannah. Hannah long towards centre wing. Fraser Murphy, the little fella against Manson. Over the back is Kerrison, but it's a push in the back. Well, I didn't see that, did you?
I didn't either.
Fraser Murphy's got the free kick. Well, here's Fraser Murphy from centre wing, kicking long. Kernahan at the back. Wrestles for the ball. It's tapped away. Kerrison's got it. Kicked off the slight little kick deliberately, though. Finds Morwood on centre wing. Oh, that was well done. The Magpies go forward. The short pass is on. Starcevic. Silvani read it beautifully over the back. Silvani onto the left foot. Brings it back to Blackwell. Blackwell should mark, and he does. On centre wing, he'll probably look for Johnston. No, off he goes. He's got 2 options. He gives it to Elvin. Elvin brings it long. Meldrum against McGuan. And was that a push in the back? It wasn't. It was a mark. Over it goes. This is Robertson. Oh, got rid of it far too quickly. Meldrum goes in after it again. That was bad play by Robertson. Meldrum towards half forward. There's no one there for Carlton. The mark is taken by Hawke, and that could be 50.
Collingwood supporters thought it should have been. Kick out towards the centre wing, and Gavin Brown up to right half forward. Badly delivered kick, but an easy mark for Blackwell. The transfers played back whence it came. Kernahan over the top of his teammate Fraser Murphy. Well, that would be hard. He's about a foot taller. Steve Kernahan looks for Dorotic. Strong grab.
If he hadn't have been legged, he would have been
50
off.
metres, 20 metres.
If he hadn't have been legged, he would have been able to run off.
Might be costly, though. I mean, he won't. That's,
Well, what do you do in that situation, Peter, really?
Well, it was a bit ticky-touchwood, really, wasn't it? He was, I don't know whether it was a deliberate legging that by Banks.
It was, definitely. He did it deliberately, but you can't blame Banks because Dorotic was off. You could see there he had intent. His intent was to run on.
Well, he would have been off Dorotic for sure.
John Dorotic, 25 metres out. Slight angle. Going off by moves across. We'll wait on his decision. It's a goal. 3 goals to Dorotic. And Carlton again answer the challenge as they have done all day.
Interesting kick this by Dorotic because he was running out to the left and he really had to hook the ball back. It was a strong mark. You know what's there? He was going off.
And he was tripped, I suppose, but I don't know whether it was worth 50, was it?
Oh, well, that's a rule now, and I suppose we've got to abide by it.
So Dorotic 3, Kernahan 2, Sartori 5. Main goal kickers for Carlton. Again, 21 points the difference in favour of the Blues. They've answered the challenge again this quarter. Evans to half forward. Dorotic again, not a good hand pass. McGuan almost in possession, almost dispossessed. Now back to Dacos. Pinpoint accuracy with the hand pass to Tony Shaw at midfield. Shaw to half forward. Mark, free kick, whatever. I think that's Graham Wright, it is. Now there's another 50, is it? No. Collingwood supporters looking for it, but would have been surprised had he given it there.
I want to know if you'll back Tony Shaw from there, Pete.
No, no, I don't think so.
Is Tony Shaw any closer to goal than what Wright was?
I didn't think so.
And he's a worse kick.
Let's see if there's any movement down there. Starcevic leads. He's ignored that. Now he's gone into the pocket to try to find Taylor. Aiken. Plenty of Carlton players there to get it out. Oh, good shirt front by Tony Shaw on Melbourne. Put him out of business. Blackwell. Silvani. Melbourne. Covered okay. Albert. Badly delivered. Kerrison, the only one there. Dorotic after him. Turner. More bad hand pass, but Manson's able to. He's good enough to get rid of it quickly. Up to half forward. Tony Shaw again. Certainly leading by example. Dacos, where would they be without him today? Beautiful pass. The recipient is Paul Hawke. Alvin giving chase. Right on 50. That's going pretty close. Taylor has to beat 2. And it hits the post after it was thumped away by Silvani. And that makes the difference 20 points. Robert Walls, pleased with his side's effort so far. 79 to 99 is the score. Picked up by Kennedy in the back pocket.
Yes, good play by Aiken. When he slipped over, he slipped in the hand pass. It's a mark to Tom Elvin. Been a pretty good play today, Elvin.
Game number 100.
Yes, he's had 12 kicks. He's on the half-back line and he brings it to half-forward. Kernahan in front. Couldn't take the mark. It's a loose ball. Robertson gets it across to Hawke. Hawke to Mullane. The Magpies want a goal here as he gets it across to Brown. Brown, the short one to Taylor. Silvani out in front. Taylor ducking back. Taps it back. It's memories of Wayne Harms, that one. There's Aiken tapping it away. Silvani onto the left foot. Blackwell and Brown. Blackwell taps it away. In went Kennedy. It's a loose ball. Favours Carlton. A hand pass. That comes across to Madden. Madden to the brilliant Johnston. Dorotic is on his own. He should give it to him. He elects to hook it back towards Sartori. He's punched away. Kernahan was there. Good defensive play by the Magpies. He should have kicked that to Dorotic. There's Morwood. To Banks. To Starcevic. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Starcevic 55 metres out. The short one is on. Taylor hobbling after the ball. Silvani's got him. Hand pass back. Kennedy's now got a good defensive play by Carlton. Too bit slow to get rid of it, Kennedy, but he gets his boot the ball. Blackwell really playing a good quarter. Rhys Jones. Back it comes. This is Bradley. Oh, gee, they're playing good defensive football now, Carlton, as Bradley goes towards Sartori and he's marked on centre wing.
He's been a strong player today. He's capped it off with 5 goals. He's really given them a target up forward. Plus Kernahan, that's a good two-pronged attack, isn't it? Dorotic, you could almost say 3. Naily keeps the ball in play. Banks in pursuit. Murphy, this could be a handy one, close to three-quarter time, and he's got it. A very valuable goal. It's his second. Almost on the siren. And there it is. And at three-quarter time, it's 16-9. 105 Carlton to Collingwood, 12-7-79. Manson starting in the ruck this quarter against Madden. Carlton have been doing it well in the ruck. They've been getting it out of the centre too with the Madden-Johnston combination working well. Won't be Madden-Johnston here. It's down to Blackwell. Kerrison. Long up to half forward. Rhys Jones went up one-handed. The backup supporters from Aitken. Shovels it out back. Manson's there. Gives it to Morwood. Snapshot will be close. Silvani, great play. Good use of the body against Taylor. Rui, right half back. Bradley, 20-metre looping hand pass onto Meldrum. Brilliant play from Carlton. No one coming at him. Finally it's left at Dacos. Over to Madden. Kernahan should score from there. He's kicked 2-2 so far. Make it 3-2. And Carlton gone, brought that from the back pocket without a Collingwood player touching it.
And I put my hand over my eyes as soon as I saw Justin Madden touch the ball, but he quickly responded. A quick hand pass across to Kernahan. Here it is, the big one across to Meldrum. Meldrum drawing players. He had a number of options. Dorotich at this stage is running with the flight of the ball. Then Madden, two players there, Hannah and also Kernahan. And Kernahan quickly over his shoulder. He didn't look at goal when he shot that one.
That's the goal that Collingwood didn't need. Carlton go further ahead in the qualifying final.
Oh, Madden again down. Johnson's there. His players crashing after it. Tony Shaw gets the quick kick out of the centre. Aiken in front of Morwood. Morwood's had a pretty quiet day. Back he goes onto the left foot. Of course, he's played his best work this year in defence. The ball is fisted away again. They go away with it. But Nayley, in fact, it was towards Dorotich. Oh, the bounce favours Dorotich. Oh, too busy worrying about the man. He lost the ball. The brilliant Dacos in after it. He was sensational in the first half, Dacos, as he gets it across to Banks. Oh, Banks running around in circles. Back it comes to Dacos again. He'll go long. Oh, smothered. Not good play by Collingwood. Meldrum, the short one is on towards half forward. It's a loose ball. Charging after it's Jamie Turner. Back to McGafer. Gafer out of defence. Oh, it's all Carlton out there. Tommy Elvin's all on his lonesome. Oh, he gets a shocking bounce, but he's got the support out there of Blackwell. They're doing as they like at the moment. Blackwell, they're playing just keepings off, as taken away as Elvin again. Elvin Long. Who's there for Carlton? Over the back. Oh, they might get another one here. Fraser Murphy roved it beautifully. The hand pass back to Kernahan. Kernahan on the left foot. A quick shot at goal, and he's put it through for a behind.
3-3 is kicked now and 2 out of bounds. John Kane, Victorian Premier. I'm sure sitting on the fence. 79 to 112. They tell me can be rather painful. In political terms, not. Robertson. Barwick still has the ball, and luckily he's hid. Barwick at left centre wing puts Collingwood into attack up over their 50-metre line. Big pack of players go up, none comes down with it. Finally it's right onto Brown, into the pocket. Morwood should mark. You can see the angle, which is pretty acute. He's almost on the boundary line. Started at full-back. Lee Matthews was quick to move him away from there. He runs around, centering kick. Taylor, well played. A beautiful pass, wasn't it, Doc?
Yes, that was well played. Taylor just given too much latitude by Aiken. Now Aiken's man is Morwood. Now Aiken was forced to go and pick up Taylor. He thought, no, they're not going to kick it there. Taylor Morwood well within kicking goal or distance. He just gave him too much latitude here, Aiken.
4 goals to Brian Taylor. Will he make it 5? I'd say no. 1 behind.
Just tell by the crowd behind the goals, and well, if they can't kick those ones, Collingwood, they're in big trouble.
5 goals, 2 the difference.
Silvani to Derui. Now Derui giving a lot of hideaway. Shocking kick by Derui straight to Starcevic. Starcevic. In he goes towards his teammate Barwick, and Barwick has put it through.
Well, he does not muck around with the ball, Doug Barwick. As soon as he gets it, it's always a long kick in direction of goal. And as a forward, you can always set yourself there. And that was a beautiful kick, and he is one of the better kicks of the league. We'll watch here Starcevic. Now it was Derui that got the option, and that's his man Starcevic. You can see the distance they're playing wide of one another. And he got it quickly across to Barwick, and another good kick from Doug Barwick, the Collingwood wingman.
That goal keeping Collingwood in the picture. Still 21 minutes remaining in this match, so plenty of time if they're good enough. Alvin. Dorotich gets the front position. Tries to paddle it onto Kernahan. Dorotich tried to sock it off the ground in turn. Now Murphy, plenty of options there. Out it comes to Bradley, 50 metres out. Centering kick, that was well played. The mark taken by Blackwell. You can see the distance, he's directly in front of goal. This would again be a goal that Collingwood doesn't need. Carlton has led all day. He's got under that one a little bit. Tall Timber needed there. Kerrison offloads Murphy. Now, Murphy could have got a free kick for a high tackle. He was looking for it. Robertson. Has been a good day for David Robertson. And it's out of bounds.
Seems to fumble, doesn't he? Where he just can't handle the ball cleanly, David Robertson, where he's running too quickly or he reacts too quickly, but he's got to get the ball first, then react.
Dorotich. Good palm out. Tries to find Naily. Now can he gain control? Throws it out to Blackwell, who shoots. And misses.
It's a big risk playing Robertson. He's missed a
lot of games,
a lot of games with a hamstring injury.
But he was best in the reserves a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
or last week.
He's only just come back.
I think it'd be fair to say, Peter, would it not, that there's a big difference between seniors and reserves still?
You can say that again. I think reserves football's deteriorated.
Well, probably under the salary cap, you'd be right. Gafer takes the mark in front of Sartori. Offloads it to Christian, who slips over at the crucial moment, but he gets it back to Gafer.
They need a couple of quick goals, the Magpies. This is Gavin Brown. Centre wing, almost run down by Fraser Murphy. The kick towards Hawke, over the back of Silvani, who he was almost off then too. Steve Silvani's got Justin Madden out wide, all on his own. Madden will probably handball this, he normally does. Over to Alvin. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy from half-back going long towards centre-half forward. Nailey's got to do the flying. But too big there is James Manson. It was not a good kick by Kennedy to kick it to Nailey in the first place. Now, this is Manson from half-back with that ugly-looking kick as he brings it to half-forward. Reece Jones is over the back. It might have been... No, it wasn't a free kick. Reece Jones has taken the mark. Now, he's got a loose man out wide in Bradley, or Collingwood starting to become pretty loose at the moment. Craig Bradley, look at that, a ton of time to just waltz away and kick long to Dorotich. The loose one is with Fraser Murphy. Open goal, the little fella fires, and he's put it through for another one of the Blues.
He does that well, Fraser Murphy. And he's got to do it well too, because he's missing his cohort in Gleeson, Adrian Gleeson, who probably will not play in the final series. He's out injured today, and he also does it very well, but Fraser Murphy, a real artist in the way that he roves the pack. Watch this, Dorotich underneath fighting. Could have been a free kick against Dorotich. But Murphy getting away from Jamie Turner, going onto his right foot, a beautiful kick for goal.
3 goals to Fraser Murphy. Still, Collingwood can't come any closer. Carlton answering the challenges they have done all day. It's down to Brown this time. The Magpies will swing into attack. It's up to half forward and Robertson. And again, putting them under pressure back to Brown. They haven't gained anything. In fact, they've lost ground. He marks his own kick. Has to get it to Kerrison. Carlton players contesting all the time and come out of it with a free kick to Johnston.
Because they're under the ball, they're under the packs, and they want it. That's why they're getting the freeze.
Johnston looking for a 50-metre penalty for a player almost encroaching across the mark. None there. At the back, Dorotich, nearly. Evans. Bounce is going to be critical here. Sartori, seconded line. Meldrum. And McGuan. Back to Sartori. Plenty of time has the big fellow. And finds Murphy. It's a play on call. Must have been touched or not the required distance.
Well, you know, 99 times out of 100 they'd pay that a mark.
Why wasn't that a mark?
Not the distance, obviously. That's what the umpire said.
I wouldn't like to buy real estate off him.
It wasn't touched. You'd have to pay that a mark.
I'd reckon. I'd argue with John Russo. He's a lawyer. Have you in jail? Hawke struggling to gain possession.
Well, I mean, it's just up to the umpire's discretion, those, but 99 times out of 100 that would have been paid.
Yes, I think Fraser Murphy could consider himself a little bit unlucky. It's a bounce and a lot of players around it too. Must be over a dozen. Knocked down by Sartori. The recipient, Kerrison. Good tackle, Bradley. Held to him, says the umpire. So we'll do it all again. 16 3/4 minutes remaining. It's almost time to say that time is running out for Collingwood. Knocked down by Dorotich. Dacos. Murphy. Then Murphy wins out. No, he doesn't. Turner finally does. Long clearing kick. Just about York's to Rui. By Carey watching closely. The ball flipped out the back. Evans is there. Gets it onto Reece Jones. Spearing hand pass to Bradley. They're good at this. Carlton. Blackwell. Lovely block. Socket away ultimately by Bradley. Down to the forward pocket and Meldrum. Christian offloads him. It'll be a throw-in.
Well, Paul Meldrum has been a pretty handy player. There hasn't really been. There's Paul Tuddenham about to come on. Hasn't had a lot of work today, which is surprising because they've had a lot of players down. There's Naley straight to Hawke. Hawke across to Tony Shaw, and the captain of the Collingwood side coming through the centre. I don't know why he did not kick that ball. But it comes back. They've gained absolutely nothing, but eventually it comes back to Shaw and brings it to Taylor, and he's got the helping hand there in Craig Starcevic. But I can't see, if you're coming down the centre of the ground and you've got the ball and no one near you, why you don't kick it. It was absolutely, it's come off, but well, you give the other team the option of tackling you. Craig Starcevic, been an excellent player for Collingwood. He's 40 metres out, he's kicked it, starting to come back. He's put it through.
4 goals to Craig Starcevic.
And Hawke coming off for Collingwood, and coming on at number 6, Paul Tuddenham, Craig Starcevic, and here is the build-up by Collingwood. Starcevic has played very, very well today. He's had 2 opponents, Reece Jones earlier, and now Daru. Although has been a little quiet since Daru's gone on, still got away from him on that occasion.
That was his 4th goal, 92 to 109. Again, it's Johnston out of the centre. Must be pretty close to best on the ground. Turner over the head of Gopher, but he's found Banks for backup support. Banks comes around the boundary line, members stand flank. And finally it's Robertson. Now it's Mullane rather. Long hand pass. Another Robertson this time. Back to Tony Shaw. Good tackle Evans, but just a fraction late. Ball hits the deck again for Robertson. Doesn't get the bounce that he wanted. Almost grabbed but not in possession. Rui flips it on to Reece Jones, close to the boundary line. He runs out with it. Oh, that is deliberate, is it not?
Well, I'll tell you what.
I thought it was.
The guy in the crowd then thought it was, I think.
Just about to eat it. 50 metres out, throw in. Madden and Manson. Oh, too high. On Johnston. I think even a Collingwood supporter would dispute that one. Johnston plays on. He's knocked up getting kicks today. The high leaper is John Dorotich. Blackwood in front of Kerrison. Murphy. Most of his good work close to goal. Kernahan. Tackled by Christian. Didn't seem to have the ball. Bradley doesn't worry about that. Around the boundary line he goes. Support from Laney. Banks in pursuit. Good centering kick. Meldrum. Brilliant play from Bradley. And he has played a good second half, hasn't he?
He's had 3 options. He could have handballed it onto the fellows running with him. He had Satori, and he picked the other, Meldrum, all by himself in the centre.
And done at high speed too. He was really charging down that flank. Paul Meldrum has kicked 1 goal so far, directly in front. A goal here could just about make things safe for Carlton. Goal umpire says 4 points.
Paul Meldrum's 2nd goal, 2 goals, 2 today. Paul Meldrum, the half-forward flanker, a surprise move by Robert Walls, which has paid off. Meldrum very, very good in the 1st quarter, laying a lot of tackles, creating, and also snapping. 1 goal, 1 in that 1st quarter, which made him a very, very dangerous player. But Bradley has been kept quiet, but what he has done has been very good.
Well, there's Paul Meldrum, and as Don said, 2 goals. David Cloak about to come back on. Probably one of the big guys will come off, maybe Manson.
No Taylor, Peter. Taylor coming off.
Taylor's kicked 4 goals, and all of those came in the 2nd quarter.
Well, that's a surprise.
A real surprise.
I think Taylor's worked very hard up there at full forward, and I don't think he'd be too happy coming off.
You can't really sneak him off, can you? He's got to run the whole length of the crowd virtually.
Well, he's worked hard on Silvani, Taylor, on a very difficult opponent, and I don't think he'd be too happy. There's Manson getting it down. Dacos receives from Tony Shaw. Terrific skills by Dacos. He's gone for the long kick. It's a wobbly one. Aiken in front. Oh, the bounce will favour Morwood, but Aiken is good enough to tap it over the line deep in that forward pocket. It's been a very impressive performance. Official attendance 83,032. There's Brian Taylor and the head trainer at Collingwood, John McGibbon. And a dejected side is Brian Taylor. There's Madden, who has controlled the hit-outs. There's a chance for Gavin Brown with a quick kick at the goals. He's across the face, though. And things not going right for the Magpies. Gavin Brown has put it out of bounds on the full. Now, Gavin Brown, since playing in the interstate side, has not been the same player for Collingwood. Alvin to Kennedy to centre wing. There's Cloak and Silvani. Brilliant play, Silvani. It was no mark, but he took it away from Cloak. Silvani down to Meldrum. In front of the Melbourne members stand, and Paul Meldrum quite happy to see it go over the line.
Just over 12 minutes left in this match. The winner to play Hawthorn next week in the second semi-final. The loser to play Melbourne in the first semi-final. Cloak and Madden. Won by Madden. Turner. Short kick. Bounces just inside. Silvani helps it over.
The feature of the Carlton play today has been their tackling. No matter whereabouts on the ground, they've always laid tackles and put the opponent, Collingwood, under extreme pressure.
It's on centre wing. Cloak, the sandwich. Johnston. Well, Navy got one in the back. Johnson gets the hand pass out. Silvani, under plenty of pressure from Barwick, takes it out. Is that deliberate? Yes, says the umpire.
No.
Well, why didn't they play the one before against Reece Jones?
That one was wrong there. Because Silvani's body was over the line. If you watch this, his body is over the line, and all he do, what does he leave it behind?
Up to half forward. Untidy passage of play, no one making any headway at all.
I think it'd be fair to say that Wayne Johnston would be one of the best finals players of all time.
Johnston, 22 kicks, 6 hand passes so far. And that really doesn't do justice to him. He's done a lot of other good stuff as well. Starcevic getting the front position. We'll look for Tony Shaw. Finds him. Standing start kick. Up to the square. Dacos is there. Should be a goal to Collingwood. And Dacos makes no mistake.
David Reece-Jones runs back and remonstrates with the umpire. He believed he was infringed upon by Manson. As that ball came up, it was Manson and Reece-Jones battling underneath. You can see David sticking the thumb up. Get back to where you came from, Stephen. And there's the high ball. There's Reece-Jones and Manson. Down to ground. Dacos, an easy shot for goal.
Still 27 points the difference. There's the wrestle. Not really much in it. Well, it might be a case of too little too late in so far as Collingwood's concerned. 98 to 125. 10.5 minutes remaining in the game.
Cloak against Madden. Again, Madden got it down. Tuddenham was there, though, to give it to Gavin Brown. Brown, straight up in the air. Out wide to the wing. Kerrison, great pace. Beautifully done by Kerrison. Maybe the Magpies can have a late spurt. Over the back, though, is Blackwell. Blackwell, a quick kick. There's Johnson again. There he is. No mark. Fraser Murphy with pace to Elvin. Elvin cleverly gets it wide because he saw the loose man Bradley really starting to come into it. The lead's on from Satori, but he's left an open goal. The kick by Bradley is long and rolls through for a behind to Carlton. But when they rebound, they're a very good side, Carlton. 19-12 to 15-8. Maybe it's not going to be so easy for Hawthorn in 1988.
Yes, Carlton have done well. They only played Hawthorn once this year, and the Blues won that game. That was the first round of the year. Bradley into an open goal. Has missed it, I think. One behind. 98 to 127. You can sit down now, son.
Carlton pulling changes. Blackwell has gone back to the back pocket, picking up David Robertson or Mullane.
Mick McGuan to do the kicking in. 9.5 minutes left. Hannah, a mile in the air. Cloak at the back. Looks for the hand pass. Finds Tony Shaw. Motoring pretty quickly to half forward flank. Now 50 metres out. He's gone for a pass. Not a good one. Reece-Jones chips it in front of Manson. For whom it was intended. Silvani played his usual solid game. Only blemish was 4 goals. Kicked by Taylor in the second quarter. John Russo says the free kick will be downfield.
Actually, the umpire played the advantage and then brought it back as the ball went over the line.
The other umpire changed the decision, I think, then.
Alden to half forward. Kernahan and Christian. McGuan. Alden again. Might have even been a free kick. No, a play on call. Brown goes down and it'll be thrown in on centre wing.
Well, 8 3/4 minutes to go. There's Gavin Brown, has battled hard, but as I said earlier, since the interstate game hasn't been as devastating as he was early in the season. There's David Robertson, a beautiful hand pass to Shaw, and Tony Shaw brings it long. towards full forward. It's punched away by that strong Carlton defence as they charge in after it. Graham Wright's been a very, very quiet player, but he's only a young man playing in his first final series, Don, so you'd probably have to excuse him.
Well, it's a tall order, isn't it, Peter, to ask a fellow to continue on in the way that he started. He had a brilliant first half, and now he's come under the microscope and just can't come up at this stage, but he will.
Well, there's Blackwell now in defence, bringing it back towards the brilliant Johnston. Now, let's see if he gets it. He's still nearly got his boot the ball. In he goes. Oh, he ended up with it again, but it's a free kick against him to Kerrison. Kerrison on centre wing has battled hard. Johnston's had 22 kicks and 7 handballs. Kerrison towards half forward. The high flyer was Manson. It's grabbed there by Dacos, just offline. He's put it through for a point. I think I said Manson. It was Starcevic, and he's gone down holding his... Who's that down with the ankle? It's Mullane. Oh, that doesn't look too good. Darren Mullane down there, and he grabbed for that ankle. And has he had an ankle injury, Don?
No, I don't think it was Mullane who had it last week.
No,
Manson, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's Silvani, bring it back into play. Aiken should mark, and he does. Or the loose man is out wide in Hannah. He's got the bounce. He's got Dorotic to come through the centre. Dorotic, he's got Meldrum. Oh, an open goal coming out. Paul Meldrum, 35 metres out, kicks, and Meldrum is gone.
That's it. 3 goals to Paul Meldrum. As the bottom is really falling out of Collingwood now, with Mullane being carried from the ground.
Well, there was just no pressure at all. Carlton set the loose man up way down on the half-back line. Series of handballs, easy goal to Meldrum. It doesn't look good for Mullane. Whether he'll come up next week, that's a big question. Once you do an ankle, big question.
And he's got to front the tribunal Monday night anyway, Darren Mullane.
That's not a pleasant sight if you're a Collingwood supporter. Darren Mullane being carried from the ground. Let's see how it happened. Now he's a big high flyer here. Lands awkwardly.
Oh, he's gone right over on the side.
Of course, as we mentioned, he has to front the tribunal. Dacos to Barwick. Doesn't take the hand pass cleanly. McGuan, half-back flanker. Is he going to kick a goal? Not with that kick. Out of bounds on the full. That'll be a free kick to be taken by Steve Silvani. He's played 3 good quarters. The only blemish, as I said earlier, in the second term when Taylor broke away to kick 4. He's sitting on the bench currently. Manson at the back. Brown, Dacos, Tony Shaw. That's his 33rd possession, Tony Shaw. He's been a real triumph most of the afternoon. Silvani gets it away from Cloak. Blackwell concedes it behind.
He's a remarkable player, Stephen Silvani. He's lined up with Taylor and Cloak, both bigger fellows, but he always seems to just manage to put himself in that front position and stick a fist.
Darren Mullane looking most unhappy with the injury and also at the scoreboard. Dorotic, too good for Manson. To Johnson. I think it would be a unanimous opinion that he's best on ground. Now it goes to Turner, or Murphy just about beat him for it, or to it. It's out of bounds.
I think you'd have to consider Dacos too. He's been fantastic in a losing side.
Just checking stats while we watch this throwing, Pete.
Right.
He's played a great game, hasn't he, Dacos? And there he is under the ball again. Kernahan sharks it to Johnston. Knocked away by Gaither. Past Tottenham. Alvin is there. Will he kick a goal in his 100th game? That's going pretty close. I think he's done it. He has.
Well, a very exuberant Tommy Alvin. I think he's playing on the wing now. Blackwell's gone back to the back pocket and allowed players to come further up the ground, and Alvin, either an attacking half-back or a wing, has got great endurance. He is able to run. He can cover a lot of distance. We'll see here Collingwood defenders doing the right thing, but Alvin running onto that ball very, very well further up the ground. In actual fact, he's playing on the half-back line.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. We're checking the stats of Johnston and Dacos. It's 24-7 and 24-9, Peter, so there's not too much between them, is there?
Well, they've both been magnificent players.
While the wrestle continues, let's go down to the boundary line and Dixie Marshall. Any news on Darren Mullane?
Yes, Pete, well, 3 trainers almost collapsed getting Mullane off the ground. He is in a whole heap of trouble. His ankle is being iced and strapped and he can't even put any pressure on it. He'll take no further part in this game.
Rotten luck for Collingwood. They'll have to front up to Melbourne next week. Probably without Mullane, I'd say, by the sound of that. And Well, Carlton, they are a great final side, and well, I personally thought Hawthorn were odds on. Maybe they can push Hawthorn because their performance today has been outstanding.
Certainly has.
They've hardly had a weak link. There's Cloak getting it down to the ground. Kerrison has battled hard. Oh, quick hand pass finds McGuan. Barwick, tapped it straight to Reece Jones. It wasn't meant for him. Nayley, the short one. Oh, here they come again. Bradley. And Craig Bradley has got a number of options. I think he'll go long down there, though, to... is that Madden or Satori? It's Justin Madden down there, actually.
Peter, it's interesting. The difference is 39 points now, which is what it was at quarter time.
Well, there's the kick. Madden sets himself up in front. There's the long arms. Almost took the mark. Magpies desperately trying to get it out. That's Turner to Banks. Wide to McGuan. And Mick McGuan up the centre wing. Has gone short. It's intended for David Robertson, and he hasn't let him down. He's taken the mark almost to the centre of the ground. Off he goes to Graham Wright. Graham Wright to half forward, onto the left foot. Sets it up for Manson. Silvani, too good. Over the top, fisted away. It allows Reece Jones. Good play by Manson to charge in after, but he's collared by two of them. And it'll be a bounce.
Showed a lot of speed at that time, Manson. A ruckman, not renowned for his speed, but terrific recovery from the big fellow.
I think he's feeling just a little the worse for wear at the moment. 3 1/4 minutes left in the game. Dorotic charged in, had a fresh air shot. It'll be out of bounds in front of Alvin Willett. McGuan picks it up, controls it well, kept it in play. Evans sharked it beautifully. Started on the bench. His first kick today was a goal. He'll be very keen to keep his place on the side. He's got it to Kernahan. He won't lose any points for that. Gives it back to him. Meldrum into the goal square. Madden to Nayley, and it's too easy.
Well, that is picture book stuff. What a great steal by Bernie Evans on that outer wing. That was magnificent. He ran on, got the handball from Kernahan, had a quick hand pass from Meldrum. This is just terrific football. Just watch it. Kernahan. 1-2, turns around. Evans. Watch this quick handball. Bang. Fantastic. They're doing it well, Carlton.
Well, the boundary umpire had trouble keeping up with them on that occasion, but he still made it. Great goal to Carlton. Fine passage of play. 45 points the difference now in the qualifying final. The difference is really academic because Collingwood will be fronting up to Melbourne next week in the first semi-final.
Second new ball for the quarter, so someone's going home and will have a nice kick to kick, won't they, through the week?
You haven't got your son down there behind the goals, have you, Don?
Only 2.5 minutes remaining. A scowl on the face of Lee Matthews as his side trails by 45 points. They might trail by a bit more shortly. Evans to Hannah. Had to beat 3 of them. Couldn't do it. Evans again. Grab. It's a scramble to get it out. Johnston comes out with the ball, but it's going to be a bounce.
How often do we see that with Johnston? There's 2 great players on screen there, Johnston and Dacos. David Cloak. Won't forget this game in a hurry. He's played a lot of finals here. This is Robertson, the speedster. Over to Tony Shaw from directly in front, 35 metres. Oh, terrible kick by the captain. And he's put it through for a point. And it's on down there between Silvani and is it Manson? Could be Manson at the bottom of that little tussle.
Yes.
James Manson. Silvani is a terrific competitor.
You did the right thing there, Stephen. You put them in a headlock. They're rendered useless.
The voice of experience speaking, Peter.
Yes.
Silvani did it on that occasion to Manson, who didn't like it.
I tell you what, he won't have any voice left for his rock group if he keeps that up. There's Big James from Tasmania, and he's having plenty to say to Peter Carey. It's a bit late now, I think. It's been a very, very impressive performance, this by Carlton. They've been out of form, but they're certainly back with a vengeance. There it's punched away to Bernie Evans. In goes David Reece Jones, who was very loose early on Starcevic. Shane Morwood's been a fairly quiet player, Don.
I would have liked to have seen him, as I said, Peter, up around the centre of the ground because he has got a lot of skill.
Well, we've only got David Reece Jones with a slight limp. About 1.5 minutes of play left as Michael Kennedy's done an outstanding job on Graham Wright in that back pocket. Here's McGuan. He's tried particularly hard. Short kick to Dacos. Even he's run out of a little bit of puff towards the finish. But 24 kicks and 9 handballs. Well, he's done his job. The short one finds Cloak at centre-half forward. It'll be interesting to see if they play David Cloak in the next match. He's only had 3 kicks and 4 handballs. Lovely pass. Now, Tony Shaw has marked about 40 metres out, directly in front. He can't kick a long way. He's had 22 kicks and 13 handballs. So he's battled hard, the captain of the Magpies. Let's see if he can make the distance. There's that left foot shot, and he's popped it through for a goal.
2 goals to Tony Shaw. That one coming up in the last minute of play.
Well, he'd be my best for Collingwood. Tony Shaw, he is just a little gun.
Not Dacos, Don?
No, this little fellow's put himself underneath all day, and I like the way he just runs straight at the ball, not taking anything away from Peter Dacos, because he has played a very, very good game as well. But Tony Shaw makes up for his lack of speed by his ability to be able to run it in a straight line and not deviate off that particular line.
The last half minute of the game here at the MCG. It's going to be a Carlton victory, and they'll be in the second semi-final against Hawthorn. Good tackle by Bradley. Umpire Peter Carey, though, says the ball was held to the Collingwood player, which is Robertson. Who is Robertson?
2 Carlton players laying a tackle on 1 Collingwood.
It's the story of the day, perhaps, isn't it? Carlton's tackling has been very, very good this afternoon. Cloak gets the hit out to Robertson. Aitken overruns the ball. Starcevic and Wright racing forward. Close to siren time. Kennedy puts in some opposition. Down goes to Rui. There's the siren. Down goes Collingwood. Carlton into the second semi-final.
He wants to take his kick, the Collingwood man.
I don't
and there's no one on the mark, so he can't play on.
Can't play on, no. If he does, it'll be the end of the game.
No, he's not going to have a shot.
No, there's no point in it, is there, really? There's no percentage to worry about. Well, I mentioned during time on there that the difference was 39 points, and if you look back, it was 39 points the difference at quarter time. So really, after that, it was kick for kick in many respects, Don. But that early break that Carlton got was decisive.
It was, but you've got to give a lot of credit. We have already given it to Collingwood's second quarter effort. That was the best effort of the day from both sides. They kicked 52 points in that second quarter. But the beauty about Carlton's effort is that they've gone on. In the second quarter, 23 points, 37 in the third, and 40 in the last. So they maintained their fight right to the end, and it was good to see the way they went about it. Their tackling, which we highlighted and mentioned throughout the day, was a real highlight, and it put them under the opposition under tremendous pressure, especially at the start of the game in the first quarter.
Carlton won by 38 points. The final scores 22-13, 145 to 16-11, 107.